Hey everyone, how are y'all? Sally Mae, how are you? And happy birthday. Hey Libra Moon, how are you? Libra, I seen where people were saying that it was back, but then I seen where the uh, the private investigator that was retained by Riley's parents is saying that it's not back. That or the autopsy results. Sarah Beth, how are you? Hey Madam Mom, how are you tonight? Hey Tiff, how are you? Y'all don't forget to wish Sally Mae a happy birthday. She done went to the casino today, won her some birthday money. Shishi, how are you? Tiff, I'm doing good. Betty Joe, how are you? And Betty Joe, here in just a minute, we're gonna need the baby to sing happy birthday to Sally Mae if she's awake. People just in my house slamming doors and everything else. I don't know what the heck they're doing in there. Sarah Beth, I'm doing good, thank you. Okay. Lady V, how are you? Get this two out there real quick. Let's see if Nightbot is actually on time tonight. Lady V, I'm doing good. All right, so mods, I'm not going to pin the email to the top of the chat. I've got the other message up there pinned. Hey Avery. So every once in a while, if y'all can just drop the email through Nightbot, or if somebody asks for it, just drop it for them. Lady V, how are you? Hey
I'm
Avery.
awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hey, Avery.
I asked her earlier if her phone was charged. She said she was charging it.
I saw that earlier.
Hey, Princess Lena, how are you?
She's scared to come up here now.
Wow.
She's scared she doesn't do a good job.
Oh my gosh. She told me that, was it, did I go live last night?
No, the night
No.
before.
Saturday. She asked me. I was like, yeah, you did fine. You really can't mess up on a panel.
No, you really can't. That's
I
what I was
mean,
telling her.
and if you
Now
get
she's
to
going to be
saying,
mad at me.
well, I mean, you really can. If you get to saying stuff I don't like and ask you
Well,
to stop
yeah,
and you
but
don't, then I'll just kick you. I mean, you really can't mess up here.
no, you really can't.
So yes, Princess, I know you do fine when you come up here. No, no need to
She,
worry.
her and I talk a lot about, like, I love her viewpoint on out of the box thinking.
Right. Okay. Let me get Betty Joe. Sally Mae, who sounds like they're in a fishbowl. Hey, Betty Joe, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh,
Doing
probably
good.
me.
Your
Probably me.
audio, yeah, your audio does sound
I got to
a
put my
little.
headset in. Give me a minute.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Did I miss anything in chat? I'm literally, yeah, I'm here trying to do like four things at one time. All right, and Betty Joe's the baby ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get her.
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll wait till Lady B gets back in here as well.
What are you doing? Come here.
She's busy, Betty Joe.
She's always busy.
Avery, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
I'm doing good.
Come here.
I'm
wait.
here.
Okay. So we're
I
Betty
love your
Joe.
picture, Avery.
Huh?
I love your picture.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Betty Joe's getting the baby, so she can sing happy birthday to Sally Mae.
Oh,
But it sounds like the baby's busy.
She's coming.
All right.
Come on, get up here.
I'm coming.
All right.
She's
I'm
coming.
I'm coming.
Okay, hold on. Are you ready? Is Sally ready?
Sally Mae, are you ready? All right, let me see when she puts an answer in the chat.
Now you are making records of these, like.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. I don't delete any of my stuff, so they'll always be on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sally Mae says she's ready.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right, ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sunday. Happy birthday to you.
That just gets cuter.
That never gets old.
so sweet.
I was telling my husband about that today. I was like, she's just the cutest little thing singing happy birthday to everybody.
Okay, you want to go play?
I think that would make anybody's birthday right there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go today.
All right, you go play.
Okay, go play, sweetie.
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
Watch, you're going to fall if you don't watch what you're doing.
Sally Mae says thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Elsie. Okay, y'all. I hate to start off with a cockroach tonight, y'all, but
Hey, I have a funny.
But it's good news.
It is.
I got a funny for you guys at first.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is man. I died laughing. Like I laughed so hard, y'all. I almost peed myself. So let's see if I can even tell you guys about cracking up. So, two of Jaden's friends from youth group came down to the house and knocked on the door, and they wanted to know if he could go bowling with them, and they needed a ride, of course. And so I heard one of the boys talking to his mom, and his mom was like, "You have to be home at 10 o'clock, not 1 minute later," which they just lived like a couple blocks down.
Mhm.
So I take him over to the bowling alley and drop him. You guys, I'm dying. And I drop him off. And on the way there, I can hear them in the back, and they're chit-chatting about how they're supposed to be meeting some girls there from the youth group. Okay, so they walk in, and I mean, Jaden is like strutting his shit like I ain't never seen before. And they go walking in, and so they tell me to pick him up at 9:45. So I get home, and I would say no more than 30 minutes later, I get a message from Jaden, "Mom, can you come pick us up?" And I'm like, "What? Why?" And he's like, "Oh, because after this game, we're just gonna go home. We're just gonna be done." Then his little friend Luke calls, and he's like, "Can you come pick us up?" So we pull up, and all three of these boys are sitting outside of the bowling alley on the curb with their head in their hands and their bottom lip stuck out so far a bird
Oh,
could have sat on their lips. I'm talking about they looked
oh,
homeless and
Girls,
pathetic.
them girls dissed them.
The girls didn't show up.
Yep.
Oh,
that is so funny. Their mom and dad said, "Oh no, I know what you're doing."
Oh my God. I don't even think Jaden would have known what to do if a girl even talked to him, but
They
I about,
figure it out.
I about died laughing. It's just,
Oh,
they
I
look
don't know.
so pitiful.
that is
I
too funny.
don't know because I have to tell you something. My son was 15 years old, and when they went to Holland, to go from one side of Amsterdam to this other side where the mark is, you have to go through the red light district.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
And my very calm, even killed son, they walk through there and they have them in the windows, right? Because they take care of those girls. I mean, they have health care and everything over there. And they're in these beautiful, white underclothes. And my mother-in-law said my son's jaw dropped to the floor. But then he recovered himself and started asking for phone numbers.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm not handed.
Hey, King Scarlet, how are you? Oh, that is too funny. Okay, if y'all,
Needless to say, I thought a little differently about my son after that. I was like, we ain't no baby anymore.
no, he would figure it out.
Yep, they figure it out.
I just wish you could have seen their faces when we pulled up to get them.
That would have been hilarious.
It makes me laugh every time I think about it.
Them poor kids.
And they put so much effort into what they were wearing and how they looked and made sure they all had money in their pockets. And
Aw.
Aw.
Well, maybe next time. Okay. Where did my screenshot go? Okay. So what I was saying a minute ago, I hate to start off with a cockroach tonight, y'all, but it is good news in his case.
wait, which one's the cockroach? Is that the
Stephan Stearns.
That's different. Okay, I get
Yeah.
him confused with
And
Calvaconte. What was he?
he was the Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
No, that's
Stephan
Dolly.
Stearns is I call him the cockroach.
Okay. right.
Let me get my screen pulled up here. I need to make sure that I'm pulling the right one up first.
He's too nasty of a human being to have a cool name like Stephan. That's supposed to be a prince's name, not some scuzzbucket
Well,
cockroach.
we could call him Step On.
Stephan.
Yeah, I just like cockroach so much better though.
Yeah,
I
I
do
like
like
cockroach.
cockroach. It fits him so much better.
Right. He's a very disgusting human being that it's just I mean I don't know how else to describe him but
I wonder
without
if
getting kicked off of YouTube.
they have
Well,
him.
and he did leave his feces everywhere, if you get my drift.
Yes, he did. You
I
wonder
wonder
if they
if
would?
they have him separated from everybody else in jail, like alone.
I would think that they did, but I don't know that to be a fact. But I would think with a case like this, and the charges that he has, they would have him in PC right now.
I guess they'd have
Yeah.
to till
Yeah.
the conviction.
Yeah, until a conviction comes down. And hey, the ugly chuckling, and then I say throw his ass in gin pop and let prison justice take over. There's no need for him because they are, and this is what this document is about. The state of Florida has put out their notice of intent to seek the penalty of death. So they are going after the death penalty on him, which, like I said, I didn't want to start out with him tonight, but it is a good thing in this case because that's what he needs. Madeline needs justice. and get the conviction. I don't think he's going to get out of it. He has all the stuff that was on his phone that they found, and the birthmark give him away.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get the conviction, put him on death row, and let prison justice take over, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Let
I
what
agree.
happens in prison justice, and the taxpayers don't have to pay for him.
I just want to know if there's going to be any more arrests.
I think the mother needs to be charged next.
I do too.
I do too.
Hey, Margaret. Yeah, I think she needs to be arrested as well. I just don't see how she didn't know that this was going on. And she admitted that he and Madeline slept in the bed together, and all this and that. Or if she couldn't sleep good at night, that she would get up and go sleep in another room and leave him and Madeline in the bed. I'm sorry, you just don't do that with your child
Mm-mm.
of any age with any man. You just don't do it.
I can remember when my daughters were little, when I married Jaden's dad, and they thought, that, well, my youngest one, she tried it a couple of times to run in and hop in bed with us.
Mhm.
And I had to, take her and put her in her own room, and I had to tell her, this is stepdad, this isn't dad, and it's just
Right.
not appropriate. Like, I just can't understand how her mom thought that was okay. I can't.
I just don't. You cannot make me believe that Jen Soto did not know what was going on with her daughter and that man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You just can't make me believe that she didn't know.
Mm-mm-mm.
After reading those papers, I think she was fully aware of everything that was going on. I don't know if he threatened Jen, if she was scared of him, if she just didn't care. Hey, Kelly, what the deal was? I don't know, but you just can't tell me she didn't know.
Mm-mm. Poor Madeline.
I mean, for years, that little girl
Yeah.
went through that. Jennifer is cockroach number 2. Yes.
Who? Oh, the Jennifer. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jen.
Jen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that she should have charges. Hey, sweet Melissa. I think that. I mean, I think there should be several charges on her.
I'm going to be really angry out that she's made some kind of a proffer to testify against him. If it turns out like that, like Harmony, or not Harmony, what is Adam's wife's name? Um
Kayla.
Kayla. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be something like that, oh, I'm gonna be just straight up. I'm gonna be so mad
Yeah.
because they don't need a proffer in this case. They have all the evidence.
Yeah. I don't think that they should offer her one.
Nope.
I really don't.
Get the same.
I don't either.
They have all of that stuff. He has 60 charges, and each one of there's several of those charges has on there that there was 10 or more images. So if you have, let's just say, 20 of those charges has that on there, and there's 10 pictures for each charge. Think of how many pictures and videos that is.
Yep.
That he has. It's after 11 o'clock. I'm not mathing right now, but y'all get what I'm saying. That's a lot of pictures.
You know what I want to
Absolutely.
know? So do you think that they take the pictures and videos to look at later? Is that the whole reason why these men
Oh, they want to relive it.
So okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just it's the same thing as SK's.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's something that they can go back to and look at, because let's just say she wasn't with him, hey Babs, every night. You know what I'm saying? Then he just goes to the pictures and the videos.
And probably does the nasty while he's
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, I hate him.
That's his, his pee.
God, I hate him.
Yeah.
That's what these guys, that's why they collect it, because the regular stuff won't work for him.
if it comes out that Madeline told Jen and Jen didn't do anything about it, I'm gonna be livid. For real.
I think
Yeah.
they should go for life with her.
Started just like him.
Yeah. I just it will be an awesome day whenever they arrest her and announce that there's charges against her
Yep.
for at
And-
least child neglect.
And it's weird how Jen and the biological dad have been so silent. Just nothing.
I don't think Jen's going to talk because of how the case is taken off on social media.
Yeah, but the dad too, he hadn't really said a whole lot either.
I haven't heard. I'm trying to think since this case has come out if I've heard him say anything.
Yeah, there was
I-
one interview that I seen.
Okay.
But it may have been before they found. No, I can't remember if it was before they found Madeline or afterwards. But there was one interview with him, and
I might have watched that, but I mean, that was back when she went missing the end of February.
yeah, because in the interview he was saying that he was so surprised because he was friends with Stephan. Like
Okay,
they got along.
was it how? But when he defined friends,
Yeah.
was he just okay? We're cordial with each other because he's with the mother of my child, or we're friends to the point that we talk and we hang out.
Well, I think the biological dad got Stefan a car at one point.
Okay, yeah. See, that's
I'm
a
pretty
little bit too
sure.
close for comfort. But in Margaret, that is true too. That he does live in Texas. I remember that being said. That the bio dad did.
Hmm.
And I did see that about Jen giving her ashes to him.
Hmm.
I get that he deserves them just as much as Jen does, being as a parent. But how does a mother let all these years of this abuse happen to her daughter? She goes missing. She's found deceased. You have her cremated, and you just give her ashes away.
Yeah,
do that?
it's either guilt because she knew or guilt because
She just don't
it
care.
happened on her watch.
Want the guilt of seeing them ashes every day, knowing what she did.
It's
Yeah.
it's one or the other. I just wish I knew. I wish the police would just give us more information and
Yeah,
we could know.
yeah.
Guilt.
Hey, Liza. Yeah, there. If I've missed anybody in chat, I do apologize because I'm not looking right at the chat the whole time. But yeah, I don't know. I think that she should be arrested.
Hmm.
All those years of what went on.
I mean, she's going to have the guilt no matter what, but having the ashes, it's going to be worse, 10 times worse.
Well, in the very least, child neglect for letting
Yeah.
her
Yeah, at the
child
very least.
sleep with a man in the same bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't really be neglect. That would be abuse or
Yeah.
child endangerment.
Yeah.
Liza said that the bio dad has nothing to say until the trial, but she also said guilt. That psychopath is jealous, and I agree with that. I think she
Mm.
was
Talking about
jealous.
Jen, y'all,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if anybody who is jealous of their child,
I
well,
think she was, though. I agree.
That's some sick, twisted stuff. And I hope the chat knows I'm not being rude. I never have the chat up when I'm up here because I throw myself off too easily. So I hope people don't think I'm rude. But hi, chat.
I am. I think her ass needs to be put in jail.
I do.
Me?
No, yeah, Avery, yeah, I think you need to be in jail. I'm talking about Jen.
Throw her in jail.
I'm
Off with her
apologizing to
head.
the chat, and she's like, I think
She's
her ass
not
needs to be
reading
in
the
jail.
chat. Off with her head.
Yeah, she she seriously, she needs charges.
She
I
really
don't know
does.
how I was with my daughters when they were growing up, and I mean, I'm a helicopter mom though, but
I still am, and my daughter hates it. And she's 21. Like I told her, I see what happens in the world where you're just 21 and think you know everything, and you
Mm-hmm.
hmm
don't. You don't
right,
see it the way I see
Exactly.
it. I
yeah,
have 22 years more experience in this world than you do.
Yep.
hmm
So I'm going to tell you whether you want to hear it or not.
yep.
My mom always did.
I
You
just
know,
feel like you would have a maternal gut instinct
but
that something.
some women though, y'all, can have kids and not have 1 ounce of maternal instinct in their body.
Yeah, that's so strange to me too.
I don't understand it. Like,
Mm-mm.
how do you let something bad like that happen to your child and you don't care? I'm sorry, because if I would have found out that something, like if I was in Jen's shoes, okay, and I'm standing next to the man that did this to my daughter, and I find out about it, I would be wearing the prison jumpsuit.
hmm
Yeah, I
I
was
would,
going to say they wouldn't
in a
have to worry
heartbeat.
about the DP for him because I'd already had done it.
I just don't. I would be questioning him. Where, like, you were the last one with her.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You were the one who took her to school. I know that you were the last one with her. So you tell me what happened. Instead, she was over there hugging on him and loving
hmm
on him, and it makes me sick.
Because it was harder on him than it was her, so to speak.
Mm.
I mean, she
Yeah,
was comforting him.
just make he's over there with them fake ass tears coming out of his damn eyes.
I think that the reason it ended the way that it did with Madeline is that this is just my opinion, but I think that it was the one time that she told him no, and
Possibly.
I think he went into a rage.
Very well could be.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that could have been it. You know,
Mm.
and we will probably never know the reason why he done it. You know what I'm saying? And which honestly, really, the jury is really the ones who should know that. It's nice if we can know it, but the jury, it would be really good for them to know why.
I
Kids are.
mean, don't they? I might be wrong, but haven't they done this in the past where after an SA offender passes away, where they do, I think it's a necropsy, an autopsy of, is that the word? Um, Autopsy of the brain. I'm careful with my words after the rosemary the other night.
That
So I
was
Um,
don't think
hilarious.
that why can't they, I don't know if they've done it in the past, but why can't they autopsy their brains and see what the heck is wrong?
I
You
have
know,
heard that they have done that with, like, with SKs,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's ever been
Well,
done with
Bundy,
someone like him.
Bundy asked them to. He
But I mean,
wanted his brain studied.
why not make them? Which it would cost money, but
They've done
you
it with professional football players too.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like put them through intense questioning about, once they're on death row, why did you do this? What made you do this? Like, to try to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, it's not going to stop it, no
No.
I
matter
mean,
how much you study it. But
yeah, like I'm talking about like before. Well, I mean, I'm not. I guess it wouldn't be after death because the brain would still have to be active. But like, throw them into a coma and just slice and dice and just
shit,
study.
don't put them in a coma.
Well,
The hell, the hell
that
are
way
you
they
in
can,
a coma
Ouch.
for?
so they can
You have to
slice
be,
the
no,
brain up.
no,
Slice and
you
dice
have
when
to
them
be
bitches are
awake.
awake.
Wait.
Just do it awake.
Wait, during brain surgery, you have to be awake.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so there is
I'm
no
down.
excuse. There is no
I'm down for
excuse
that.
why somebody like him can't have something done to his brain while his ass is awake. If it hurts him, oh well.
I'm
Who
totally down for that.
who
And then
cares if it hurts?
maybe they can figure out a solution to stop this.
And while they're at it, go down below and chop them off and shove
Chop
them
it
down his
off.
throat without any
Exactly.
anesthesia. Just like I said about whoever it was. I forgot who we were talking about in Discord
That
earlier.
40-year-old with the 4-year-old.
I don't remember who it was.
Did
There
she
was
say
a
top?
40-year-old that had a 4-year-old bride.
Oh
That
yes. Overseas. That's who it was.
Oh, that was so
Yes.
gross.
And she
that
ended up
was
no, she
like
was 8. She was 8 and she passed away on her wedding night from internal bleeding.
Oh,
was
That's
she
who it
8?
was.
I thought she was
Yeah.
4.
Or maybe
She
I'll
was
have to
8.
go back and look.
She was
But
8.
that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, she was 8 years old.
Chop them off
Was
without any
8.
anesthesia. Let them feel everything because you know what? They didn't have any sympathy for their victims. So why should
right.
we, as the public, have sympathy for them?
Yep.
Having sympathy
I-
for nobody when it comes to a kid.
Hell no.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I have no sympathy whatsoever, and I have no sympathy for Jen. I know she
I
lost a
don't
child,
either.
but I'm sorry. The way she has acted, I have no sympathy for her.
Absolutely no sympathy whatsoever from me either.
You cannot make me believe that woman did not know what was going on in all those years that it was happening. It was literally happening in your house, and you admitted to her sleeping in the bed with that man. And look what the outcome of it
Without
was.
you there.
And even with her there, even with her in the house,
No,
she allowed
I'm
it.
saying, I mean, she made sure, she didn't care if he was there without her. And,
No.
she
you know
didn't
what I
care at
mean?
all.
And she didn't care.
No.
So
And that's
she
why
was asking
she
for
needs
something to
hard.
happen with her baby.
I mean, she didn't give a shit. She was more worried about her getting a good night's rest than she was the safety of her child. I
Or
have no
keeping
sympathy
her
for
man happy. Maybe that's the only reason he stayed with her.
See,
Maybe
that's
she
why,
knew that.
that's why I don't
Probably.
understand the lack of like child endangerment, child neglect, those kind of charges. It's like they're just letting her lady be.
Maybe they're giving her enough rope to
I
hang
hear her
herself
nail
with.
file.
Is that her nail file?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's on my finger.
I literally just paid attention to it.
I only have one more to do.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here I'm literally doing 4 things at one time. Hey, Jen, how are you?
Of course you are. You're you.
I'm not paying attention to the chat tonight, though. I'm just kind of like doing what I got
I'm
to do
trying to
on
pay
here
attention.
and then glance
I'm
up
paying
every now and then.
attention. I got you back, honey.
Okay. I'm looking down what I'm doing here. But I'm just glad that they finally announced that they're going for the death penalty. I think he will. I have no doubt that he's going to be found guilty.
Oh,
For sure. I have no doubt in my mind of that.
If they can prove 100% this man did this,
his
I
birthmark.
don't know why we have to go through appeals and all that stuff. I honestly think they should just take them out and delete them from this world immediately.
I mean, it was said the birthmark gave it away.
And
it's like,
Mama,
Yes, cutie pie.
I see no reason why they should sit on DP for 20 years before they do anything.
No, there's not.
And
Okay,
this
Sally,
is
I understand.
this
Yeah,
is Florida, so it doesn't it doesn't have to be a unanimous
nope.
vote
It
for DP.
don't have to be unanimous.
What is it? 8 out of 12, I think.
Yeah, I believe so because I remember right whenever they had YNW Melly's first trial, it like literally right before that first trial started, they were going after the DP on him, and that's when they changed the law that it doesn't have to be unanimous now in the state of Florida.
It does or does not?
It does not.
Oh, that's good.
I think it has to be.
Like a majority vote?
I want to say it has to be 8 of the 12 voting yes
Well,
for the.
I think the jury will give it to him.
Oh, I do too.
I really do.
Yeah,
So,
Oh,
and I
damn.
think he knows that too.
I bet he's crying like a baby in there.
Probably. Margaret, I was talking about the YNW Melly case that's going on. Well, they had a trial in Florida, and it was for double homicide. I think it's the charge, or first degree murder, or whatever. It was 2 charges of his best friends, and it ended up getting. What happened with it?
I think
Something happened.
was a hung jury or something like that.
Something like that, and there was the DA in the case. One of the witnesses got up there and basically called the DA out and said, "Look, you threatened me, you intimidated me, you arrested me because I didn't do what you wanted me to do, and all this and that." And so now, whenever they were supposed to have the second trial, I don't know if they've had it yet or not. That DA has been removed from the case, but I haven't kept up with it since then. But I just know that the law had changed on the DP right before his case, or before his trial had started. So I don't know. I think that the cockroach will get the DP. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet, Sarah. I haven't kept up with it since the first one ended, so I have no idea what's going on with it.
How do they do the death penalty in Florida? Is it lethal injection?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's lethal injection. For now, I don't think they brought anything else back.
Let's see, and then I'm gonna read this document that I have pulled up here. But let me see.
I think, but I'm not positive. But isn't lethal injection the painless one?
That's with all the chemicals, yeah.
Humane.
Okay, so in Florida, the DP is carried out via lethal injection. However, the sentence can be carried out by electrocution if the offender requests it. If lethal injection or electrocution is held unconstitutional, statutes authorize to use any constitutional method of execution.
Darn. They need to bring him over to Alabama for the death penalty and do like they did that last one here.
Oh yeah, the nitrous, was it nitrous oxide? Was that it?
Yeah, some kind of technical word like that.
Sweet Melissa, I've missed all of y'all too, but thank God we don't have any more storms going on right now. It did rain here today, but it was just raining, so it wasn't a big deal. But as long as there's no storms here, I will be live. Let's see. Margaret.
I gotta adjust my sleep schedule now.
Margaret, I don't know if the Gators would go for him. I really don't.
They'd probably turn their nose away.
They would. They'd be like, "Oh hell no, not him." But then again, I don't know. Gators may get enjoyment out of someone like him too. So
Okay, I think we need to get the DNA of a dragon and have a dragon. So all they have to do is call in the dragon and whoosh, boom, they're gone in flame smoke.
yeah, but that would be too quick. Like he needs to suffer.
Well, they could simmer him first.
We gotta make
You know.
Give him to me.
Joe's just like, just send him over here. I'll take care of him.
Give him to Betty Joe.
I think that they should use very large metal prickly instruments and do everything to him that he did to her for the
Absolutely.
30 years and the number of times.
I just say go for the hot Carlin iron.
Oh, Scarlet. ouch. You
Girl,
just,
I can come up with some shit to do to somebody who hurts kids. I'm sorry, but
you just made me squeeze my hoo-ha. Good grief, woman. Hot.
and take the flat iron. I mean, you can get a straightening iron and a curling iron. That's all you need.
Wait, where's the, oh, never mind.
I have quite a few. I'll donate.
Golly, Scarlett.
That's all I need. Hey,
I'll
I
pull
got.
his,
Go ahead, Eddie Joe.
I said I'll pull his toenails out, his fingernails out, all slowly.
Because I think it was Sally Mae said earlier to put salt on the wounds.
Yep, do that too.
But I can't, I'm not done with the hot curling iron.
I'd use that too.
Well, my straightening iron does go to 455 degrees, so
So does mine.
you know.
Yeah.
I have a titanium one. I think it gets hotter than that.
Well,
Wow.
hotter the better.
I burnt myself a couple times with it.
Oh God, you and me both. It's like instant burn.
Well, we should write a letter and just tell them, hey, we will save you taxpayer dollars. We got it handled. Just hand them over.
Yeah.
Just hand them to us girls. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, just hand him to a bunch of mothers who actually do care about their kids and don't like seeing shit like this happen to kids.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I have no
Sarah Beth.
What'd she say?
She says Scarlett is eerily good at coming up with ways to torture someone.
I know.
Well, when she was in the military, she was one in those information extractor teams, you know.
Well, I wasn't in the military, but I have family members who were. And
yeah, you learn a lot with family
Yes,
members in the
you do.
military.
yes. And I just have a weird way of thinking. Sarah Beth, that's all you got to do is just call me. I'll be there.
I would call it creative. Not weird, but creative.
Creative. Okay, I can deal with creative.
Out of the box thinking.
I just don't like people who hurt kids or elderly people or animals. It disgusts me, and someone who sits there and lets it happen, they're just as guilty.
Yep, because if you can hurt an animal or a child, you can hurt anybody.
Anybody. Yeah. And I just
like
don't.
That did this to our dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did that to our dog, you can do it to a human.
Exactly.
Yep.
Betty Joe, you guys still haven't found out who did that?
Nope.
Jeez.
And y'all probably won't ever find out either, which is, again, sad that shit like that can happen and you don't find out who done it.
Yep.
And it's not hunting season, so
it wasn't done by accident.
No. And he's not an aggressive dog. He's very friendly.
And he looked like the sweetest little thing in the pictures that you posted.
He did.
And it's just a shame because now, that's all she asks about.
Right. Well, I mean, and she doesn't understand,
because went to the vet.
There's assholes in this world who do shit like that and they don't care about the people that it affects.
Yeah, she went to the vet to see him, and now all she says is, "Rupert coming home? Is Rupert coming home?"
Oh.
I said, "No,
you
baby.
need to get that baby another Rupert."
Well, she's got her dog, but all of them were.
I mean, it's not this time, but that helps the pain.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, let me read this real quick so I can get it down off my screen. So this is from the state of Florida. It's notice of intent to seek the penalty of death. The state of Florida hereby notices the defendant and the court that based upon the information available at this time as to the facts of this offense and the defendant's prior record, sufficient aggravating circumstances do exist to justify the imposition of the death penalty as to this defendant in this case. Therefore, the state will be requesting the imposition of the death penalty should the defendant be convicted in this case. Pursuant to Florida Statute 782-041B, the state intends to prove and has reason to believe it can prove beyond a reasonable doubt the following aggravating circumstances. The defendant was previously convicted of another capital felony or of a felony involving the use or threat of violence to a person. Of course, we know what he done. The capital felony was committed while the defendant was engaged in the commission of or an attempt to commit aggravated child abuse. The capital felony was especially hideous, atrocious, or cruel. I think it was way above those three. Hold on, let me grab the next one real quick, y'all. Okay, let me see the answer. Let's see a little bit better. Okay, or number 4, the victim of the capital felony was particularly vulnerable due to advanced age or disability, or because the defendant stood in a position of familial or custodial authority over the victim. I certify that a copy hereof has been furnished to Alicia Smith, which is one of his attorneys, and it has her address and email and all that. So all we need now is for this to go to trial, get a conviction, and send his ass to death row.
Heck yeah.
I mean, Madeline needs justice. Literally, all those years of torture that little girl went through. Hey, Prairie Winds, how are you? You know, it's her time to get her justice that she deserves.
You know what disgusted me too about him is when he was doing those interviews, how he talked like a baby, you know, like the real low baby voice.
That's that I'm a victim. I cared so much about her. You know, I would never hurt her. That he was trying to portray that image to people.
Did you see when they went to the police department, not the police department, they were actually in her mom's insurance office or something, when they were saying that she was missing? Did you watch that yet, the body cam?
Oh,
I watched. Okay, is that the one where they were standing there and he was standing like beside a gym with his arms crossed in front of his body?
Yeah.
Okay, I watched it, but I didn't listen to it.
had those arms crossed just like Chris Watts.
Yeah, it's
He
protecting.
did, but
he's protecting himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's protecting himself. But when they were asking questions, he actually answered more questions than she did about her, like, physical appearance and any marks.
That shows you that he knew more about Madeline than her own mother did.
Exactly.
But that woman lied. She lied because she said that she seen Madeline at 8:00 in the morning.
And
Why
she
haven't
did.
they arrested her for that?
I don't know. Lying to the police is a crime.
Well, because, you know, Vinnie Politan, I don't remember where he got the information from, but he had done that one live a while back, and he said that she was actually unalive the night before. So, I mean, either way, she didn't.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that too.
Because the time that that the cockroach is seen at the dumpsters and stuff, there's still no way she could have seen her at 8:00 in the morning, and that's a direct lie.
Because at that time, she was already deceased. Because wasn't it said that this happened the night before?
Yeah, that's what Vinnie Paulson said. But even if it did happen that morning, she still wouldn't have seen her at 8 because they have him pulling out at, what, 7 something?
Something like that.
Yeah. So either way you look at it, she told a lie to the police.
I would bring her in on that.
I just don't understand why she's not getting any kind of charges.
I don't know. See, that's why I couldn't be a police officer. I would be like, okay, you lied, you're getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would find any little thing that she done wrong that I could charge her with. So
just looking dumb.
Okay. So I just wanted to talk about that one for a few minutes, and let everybody know that they have officially came out with the DP against him. Thank God. I just hope that the state does not do something that gets it taken away. Like Lori's, where they screwed up with that. Um, so hopefully they're on their P's and Q's. The state is.
I feel like, Scarlett, I feel like as long as they have been taking with this, I feel like they're making sure that they've covered everything.
I think with that her age and the stuff that they found on the phone and how far all of that dates back, uh, the way which we still don't know exactly what happened as far as her death and all that because they're not going to release that right now. We won't know that until the trial happens. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of things that play a part in the reason why they're taking their time to make sure that they're getting it right.
Yeah, because didn't she pass away March 29th or 30th? Or it was the
No,
same day,
February. It was February.
February. Because wasn't it the same day as Audrey Cunningham?
I think it was. Was it? Hold on.
No, I think it was the same
27.
day as Seth Rogers. I
That's what
mean,
it is.
Sebastian Rogers.
So I'm thinking if this is June and they're just now putting out that they're seeking the death penalty, I think they've been taking all these months to make sure that they have everything covered.
Okay,
I
so she
totally
went
agree with that.
missing. She went missing February 26th because it wasn't there three things that happened or three different cases. I know Madeline, Sebastian's, but wasn't there another one that happened on the 26th of February?
I think it was Audrey Cunningham, wasn't it?
I think so.
I
Because
think it is. I think she's right.
I remember reading about it and I was like, damn, that's like what the third one on that same day that something's
Right.
happened.
Well, because I remember we were covering Audrey, and then it was like, holy cow, there's another child like similar, circumstances, and so I think Madeline came right after Audrey.
Okay, no, Audrey would have been before that because there's articles from February 21st. Um,
Oh,
so wait, here's a timeline. Let me just go to that real quick. There's so many. Okay, so Audrey was last seen on February 15th.
oh, okay. Well, there is another one though that was the
And
February
or
20th.
was it? Oh, the Katie Ferguson. Was that her? I remember there was like three of them
Hmm.
that happened on the same day.
What's happening is there's so many cases now that we're almost like intertwining them because
Oh,
there's
when I was writing my notes today for Seraya Harmon and Maya Tucker, I
Mhm.
had to make sure that my notes for those two cases were separated because it's even though one's a 2-year-old and one's an 8-month-old, they're still babies.
Oh, Maya,
So,
that's right. I forgot about her. Have they found her yet?
no,
Oh my gosh.
no. And see, okay,
Who was
so
it again? I'm sorry.
uh, whenever I was doing the notes today for Seraya Harmon, which is the 2-year-old
Oh,
that's
yes.
missing.
Yes.
Okay, then so she went missing on May the 29th. Uh, Maya went missing. Wait, hold on. She was last seen in early May,
Elijah
but
View.
what day was his?
I think that's it, Lady B. I think it's Elijah.
Well, it wasn't me. It was True Crime Crazy.
Oh,
She just messaged me and said the third one was Elijah View.
Okay. Thank you. I'm so
She,
sorry, you guys. I don't have the chat up, but if I press any button, I will throw myself off.
No,
oh,
you're
she
good.
didn't. She didn't put it in chat. She sent it to me text message.
Oh,
That's
oh,
what her little
oh.
ding was just a second ago.
Yeah.
But okay, so Seraya Harmon went missing on, or was last seen on May the 29th, and then the 12-year-old Miya Gomez-Perez, that's missing out of Georgia, she also went missing on the 29th of May.
Jeez.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. So I just went through and was trying to get as much information. The Miya Gomez-Perez, nothing about her. There's no updates other than she's 12 years old, 5'3", 110 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Missing since May 29th, and she went missing from her father's house in Gainesville, Georgia, around 10 a.m.
Mm.
That's really all there is. And they did come out though and say that they have had 3 tips that's turned up through the 911 call center, but they all turned up to be nothing. And that $20,000 is now being offered for her safe return, for the information of her safe return. Other than that, there ain't nothing. I know that King Scarlett had said the other night that there was a thing that her dad did, but I still haven't got a chance to watch it.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up because there's so many. And then it's infuriating because every other true crime YouTube channel is only covering one case and the drama
They're not.
around it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just the
why.
drama around it.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm not doing that case.
but there's so many cases that they could be covering.
Yeah.
Yep, that is true. But
That's
I mean,
that's why I'm podcasting. I don't see my. I like your channel, but there's not too many YouTube channels I like anymore.
Me either.
I just don't have time to stop in anybody's. While I was waiting for mine to count down, hey Tonka, I jumped over in the experts for a minute or two and just said hi to everybody. But other than that, I don't really have no time. I'm always either trying to sleep or driving somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I have time. I just don't have the desire.
yeah, there's just if it's a channel that's putting out facts only, then I'm all for it. I'll support it. But when there's nothing literally that has came out new that came from law enforcement,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that it is facts about the case, I don't know how people still talk about it. Same thing with Summer Wells case. People are still talking about it, but how when there's nothing that's came out?
Right.
Oh, that's when they focus on the drama.
I keep sharing this channel in your Discord. It's called The Look of My Life. And this woman, she's been going at it for a couple of years, and she brings cases that I've never even heard of, and they're current cases. And she's very factual, and I think the most people I've ever seen in her chat is 20.
Because people don't like facts.
Mm-hmm.
They like drama.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is why Scarlett's not one of the big channels.
People rather hear the drama and the misinformation so they can run over here and tell, well, so and so said this, but there's no stuff to back it up. There's no receipt for it. So
it ain't worth it.
It's not. I don't have time for the fakeness. I really don't.
It gives me a headache listening to it.
Jen, no, yes, Duty Ron does have a good channel. I like his channel. I just don't have time
he bores me.
He can be repetitive too, though.
Yeah, he bores me. I
haven't been over there in a while.
I asked him a couple of years ago multiple times to look into the case of Shannon. Oh man, what is her last name? She is the daughter of a New York, a New York detective,
Hmm.
and she's been missing. Shannon Mary, I think it's Mary,
I've
and
never heard of it.
she's been missing for years now. And I thought, like Judy Ron, he's from New York. He was a homicide detective. She's the daughter of a New York homicide detective. Surely he'd want to,
But could
call
that be
her.
the reason why he didn't want to, though?
Possibly, but nobody's covering it. It's like this
Because
girl doesn't
it,
even ever. It's like she didn't ever even exist.
because he could be privy to information in her case, being
Yeah.
that he worked there.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Or
Could
it
be.
could
Yeah.
be personal information, and if that was the father was a colleague of his, that he probably himself doesn't want to put out to the public.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
So
could
that
be. But it's a cold case. It's been a
yeah, so
cold case.
that could be the reason why he didn't
But yeah,
uh,
I
Did
do
talk
like
about it.
Judy Ron. I do like him. I just think he can be repetitive too,
Yeah.
saying the
Yeah,
same.
I've always liked his channel. I don't have the time to go over there. That's the thing, and I
I
hate
don't.
that.
Well, and I didn't mean to be mean to Judy Ron. He is a good creator. He is a good channel. He just
I've
not
never
somebody that I
right. I've never known
watch
him to
very
put
often.
out misinformation.
Now, I like
If you
Barbara
were
Busher. When she comes on Judy Ron, I'm all on that. I love listening to Barbara Busher. If I could like get into her brain and just
She is smart.
oh, is she smart?
hold on a minute, I'm missing a paper, y'all. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh, she's missing a paper.
Okay, I got it. I've got like 3 pages of notes wrote down here, and I had them in order, and somehow one of them got put in the back.
How are you on paper?
I got to get some more. I'm back to writing everything down again. Let's see. Let me get back over in the chat real quick, y'all. See, no one can remember where they hear any information. They can't ever remember when. It's the only thing to say something, but at least have it done. Princess Ina, that is true. A lot of people don't do it though. Okay, I don't need this. Okay. I wanted to do Soraya's real quick. We've done Maria's, and I'm gonna pull up Maria's picture real quick, y'all. For
Just a
those.
second, Scarlett.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in supporting Scarlett's paper and pen and post-it note addiction, I just put her Amazon link in the chat.
I have a serious addiction. It's crazy. Okay, let me pull up Maria Gomez-Perez's picture real quick. If there's anybody in Georgia or the states bordering Georgia, this is her picture. Like I said, she's 12 years old, 5'3" tall, 110 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Last seen May the 29th at her dad's house, which is West Side Drive off of Pearl Nicks Parkway in Gainesville, Georgia. Yes, Gainesville, Georgia. Well, I was thinking Florida there for a second. But in Georgia. So if anybody's from Georgia or has family, friends, whatever there, screenshot the picture, ask me, and I can send it to you. Google it, whatever. Send it to whoever you know out there. And hopefully somebody's seen her or seen something or heard something or whatever. Sleep, Melissa, I can't even get started on the pen addiction. It's not even funny. I went to the bank the other day, drove my aunt there, and I took their pen out of the window.
But you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, I know, but it's a bad habit. Really.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. I have a pen addiction too.
Tonka, are you talking about the woman? She followed the mom and the little boy all over the grocery store, and then she unalived him. And then when she went to court, she looked straight at the camera and was smiling at the camera while she was in the
What?
courtroom.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
Hold on. I seen it on Twitter. Yeah, the smirk this damn woman had on her flipping face. Hold on. Oh, I don't remember the little boy's name. Hold on. I gotta Google it.
I don't get on Twitter enough.
Oh God, I stay on Twitter. Okay, so the area where Maria went missing, there is like nothing there, just factories. So those factories, though, King Scarlet, should have cameras.
You would think so.
I mean, yeah. Okay, let me find.
Sally Mae said there's a group for that. I'm thinking she's
for
talking
the
about your
for
pen
the
addiction.
pins.
Or I don't know, the klepto might be,
Yeah,
maybe she's talking about.
I have it, it's y'all. It's a real thing, honestly. The pin problem is okay. The woman's name is Bianca Ellis. On June 3rd, 2024, a devastating event occurred in North Olmsted, Ohio, where a 32-year-old woman, Bianca Ellis, stabbed a 3-year-old boy to death in the parking lot of the Giant Eagle grocery store. The child's mother, Margot Wood, 38, was also injured in the attack. I need to find, though. What is it, Betty Jo?
I heard about that.
I need the video, though, of her in the courtroom where she smiles.
I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. There was a clip of it. So let me see if no, they don't have a video. They just have a picture of it. I want the video. Well, this will be good enough. This isn't the video, but it is a picture of this damn. Oh wait, no. Here we go. Watch this. This woman is just.
Oh, I saw her face.
She is like just all up in the.
Why in the world?
Somebody, I just want to smack her. I want to punch her.
Wait, what is she? What did she get convicted of?
She followed this 3-year-old little boy, right here, and his mama, all over a grocery store. She's walking around the grocery store with this big ass butcher knife in her hand. Okay, why somebody didn't say something about that, I don't know. Follows them outside and she murders the little boy.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
When did this happen?
June 3rd.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's the little boy's dad that they just showed right here. Oh
wow.
What in what state?
Ohio. Hold on, I gotta go.
Wow.
Yeah, and then wait. Why is it? This isn't what I want. I don't want the flipping Boeing cargo plane shit. Hold on, I gotta go back to it. Then she goes to court and is looking all up at the camera, smiling.
Yep. Posing and smiling and acting a fool.
Wow.
I think they need to let that mother or father do what she did to that baby.
Oh yeah, the mama did get hurt in.
Yeah, because she was trying to protect him.
Yeah, I put her in punishment. Wait, who? Sally Mae?
Like, what in the world would possess somebody to just do that to a random child?
Sick ass people.
Get off on it.
Just to see what it feels like?
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
Oh, that is so sick.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the.
That's why I said let that mom or dad do what she did to that baby.
Yeah. Okay, they didn't
Can
have.
y'all hear the frogs and everything out here around me?
Aubrey, what are you doing?
No, I can't hear.
No, I don't.
Okay, let me pull it back up, Avery. Because did you see where she was smiling?
I did. That's why I was like, what's
I mean,
she?
she's just batting her little eyelashes and all that shit, ain't she?
So I wonder if she's trying to like fake insanity, or if she really is.
I don't think
It,
so. I think
but
she's just proud of her
it don't
damn
matter.
self.
Wild.
Oh yeah, she's proud of what she did.
Jeez Louise.
Tonka said the piece of shit is going to get off on an insanity plea, and it doesn't serve justice. It really doesn't.
Um,
I
where was
mean,
How
Ohio?
would she get off?
Ohio.
pleading, just plead the insanity plea. Let me see if Ohio
Well,
has
she'll be put in a
insanity.
mental institution for. But they when they evaluate her, that doesn't mean that she'll get out.
No, I mean they can just like once again Lori Vallow case. She went to the hospital for what was it, 9 months or 11 months or something like that, and they kept
Yep.
saying over and over and over she was incompetent to stand trial,
Yep.
and then finally she went through her whatever it was that they put her through at the hospital, and then she was found competent to
Yep.
stand
Yeah.
trial.
And that's exactly what they'll do to this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So okay, so Ohio does have an insanity defense, but I mean, let's just hope she doesn't.
That doesn't mean she'll get off. That just means she'll be put in a mental institution.
Yeah.
And then after, I think, because it used to be after so many years, they would evaluate to see if they'd be released.
Hmm.
But I think they changed the law to where it's after 15 years or 20 years.
I don't know. I just
So would it be after 15, 20 years
That
she would go stand
evaluate her to see if she was able to be released.
released like completely, or released
Yeah.
If
just in
if they
trial?
d- if they found her
Oh, if they found, if they, okay,
yeah,
Yeah.
if they
They
found her insane, then
she'd stay in there.
after so long she would stay in the mental
Yeah.
hospital until, or the institution, until
mm,
they deemed her worthy of being able to be
But
released.
I don't see her being deemed worthy of nothing
no. She
but
was.
prison.
I saw the video and I couldn't find it on here, but somebody had posted it on Twitter where it shows her walking around the grocery store with this big ass butcher knife in her hand, just walking all out. I don't know if she was, for whatever reason, she was following this mama and this little boy. They didn't say why, if she knew them or whatever,
Or
but for
something
whatever,
happened. Yeah.
yeah, whatever reason though, she was following this mama and this little boy. And whenever they walked outside, she was right behind them, and did that whenever they got out in the parking lot. I don't know why people in the store didn't say something about this woman. She didn't have a buggy. She didn't have any bags, nothing in her hands other than the knife.
if I
Walking through a
Wow.
grocery store.
if I seen some lady just going through a store with a butcher knife in her hand,
I'm calling the police because there's something wrong there.
I'd
Yep.
be alerting everybody. I'd be screaming
Oh,
and hooting,
911 saying,
hollering.
there's a strange lady walking around with a butcher knife.
That is something you obviously know whenever you see something like that. Something bad
Well,
is
but
about to
did she
happen.
get it from the store? I mean, they might have thought she was gonna just go buy it.
Yeah, but
Do
it would
we
have
have
been.
video
They said
surveillance?
she
It,
stole.
hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Still, that's crazy.
I mean, it is
Still, you call
crazy, but
911.
they do
But it
sell
was
them
just
there. So,
it.
like,
But
if
it wasn't in a box. It wasn't in a case. It wasn't.
It was in her hand.
Yeah, it wasn't in a way that would make someone think that she had just went and picked it up off the shelf and was about to go check out and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally just the knife in her hand.
Wow.
okay,
Now,
that
was
was
it a
weird.
grocery store or a thrift store?
It was a
It was a
Is
grocery
that a
store.
Walmart?
Oh,
Let me see if this
weird.
is it before I pull it up here.
It shows the picture of the store.
Yeah, I thought it said America's thrift store.
Yeah. No, America's something. American's grocery something.
Some
Oh,
American Eagle grocery or
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. I'm trying to find a video. Let me see if this is it.
It wasn't wrapped. It wasn't in one of them
No,
sealed.
it was just
It wasn't in a box. It was just in her hand.
yeah.
And then followed them out to the parking lot and ended it in the parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. This is the video. All right. Okay. So this is the lady who did this.
That killed a 3-year-old boy and injured his
See,
mom.
there she
earlier
goes right
this
there.
week
She's
in
just walking
North
with it in her
Olmsted.
hand.
It shows the suspect, Bianca Ellis,
Hello.
before the incident. And
There
then
goes the mom and the
here
little
they're
boy.
walking around with a knife inside.
Can you show that again?
It shows the suspect earlier this week in North Olmsted. It shows the suspect, Bianca Ellis, at the police station before the incident. And then you see her there walking around with a knife.
That is a
inside.
huge knife. In her.
Lie has
Whoa.
you just referenced. We want to
That's
warn
what
you
I'm
that this
saying.
video might be upsetting for some to watch.
Wow.
Okay, wait. I don't. It says it may be upsetting. Let me watch this part real quick before I play it.
I mean, you walk around with a knife like that. I'm sorry. That's strange.
You
It
get
is very
people's
strange.
attention, and no, Tiff, it's carrying it isn't a crime. It's just, I mean, if you see a lady walking around in a grocery store with a knife like that, it would catch my attention. I'd be like,
So nonchalantly.
like something's not right.
Let me call the cops.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side, so nothing bad does happen.
Well, it doesn't look like she just bought it, that's for sure.
Okay,
I thought maybe, maybe it looked like she was just going to purchase it. That
Probably stole it.
probably
Walked
did.
right out
I
the
mean,
damn-
she could have went back there and got it off the shelf.
Yeah, because
You know,
grocery stores sell knives.
yeah, they
You
sell,
can-
in a set, but
Can you buy individual knives like that?
Yeah, butcher
Yeah.
knives. Yeah.
yeah, you can.
Oh,
Like certain brands or whatever, you can buy, the like that, or you can buy the steak knives.
Yeah.
What is it, like 4 or 8 or whatever that come in a thing? You can buy them individually like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could buy them individually. I mean, it's been quite a while since I've broken a butcher knife.
Okay, so the rest of it is, it shows in the parking lot where the attack happened and the buggy and all the groceries, and so I don't think I'm gonna show that. It's just kind of like scattered all over the place where this little boy, where that happened to him at.
No, if it shows her approaching the little boy, I'd have to look
Yeah,
away.
it didn't show him. It just showed where it happened in the parking lot. But I'll put the link in the chat if anybody wants to go watch it. I just don't want to put it on here because I don't know.
That
what-
poor little boy. I mean, jeez, just innocent little.
And I mean, she's just walking by these other people in the store like, I'm not after you. It's just that mother and that little boy.
Oh, I read a study the other night. I meant to tell you guys this. That people who are as into true crime as we are of higher intelligence.
Of course we are.
Hey, we're smart people on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna show this part right here. It shows
Wow,
that she
she's
was
just walking around and just like flailing that thing just like back and forth.
Watch right here. This is the lady with the knife. Here's the mom and the little boy. Watch. This is how you know that she's only after them. She literally turns around and follows them out the store.
Turns around. Yep, she does.
And that poor little boy.
That's the thing. Why?
Yeah.
And nobody is noticing.
No, she's just walking by people like hey, don't worry about the knife in my hand. I'm not after you. It's this one certain child for
Unless in
whatever
the
reason.
parking lot, maybe the mother like cut her off in a parking
I,
spot, or
I don't
but
know.
that's still no reason to go after a child.
Mm-mm.
No,
Well, there's way more video, man.
it's just
Wow.
it's sad, honestly.
That's insane.
Oh, Sarah Beth, that is horrible.
I wasn't joking about breaking the butcher knife either. I had one of those sets years ago where the handles were plastic
Uh
and
huh.
the handle just like split up the top of it. And I ended up throwing the whole set away because I didn't know that you could just go buy them individually.
Yeah, you can. I know you can at Walmart. I'm pretty sure you can at other stores as well. Princess Lena, that is a good question. She says, "Where are the people watching the security cameras?" That's a good
Right?
question
Well,
because
where are you? You're not up on panel.
there are always somebody sitting in those stores at any given time watching the cameras. That's how they catch people who are shoplifting. Why were they not paying attention to this woman who is
Mm-hmm.
walking around with this in her hand? Michelle, it was in Olmsted, Ohio. So I, I feel bad for the mama who's trying to protect this little boy and the dad of the little boy.
And you said the mom got injuries also.
Yeah, she got hurt also.
So how did I wonder how they got the lady like off of the mom or how they,
I don't know. Let me see if there's anything like after the fact.
I mean, it sounds like somebody must have finally jumped in and
And
contained the.
helped. Okay, let's see. The little boy's name was Julian Wood.
Oh,
Okay, so according to reports, Ellis stole two knives from a nearby thrift store, and then walked into the Giant Eagle parking lot where she spotted Julian and his mother, Margot Wood, exiting the store. Ellis allegedly followed them and did that to Julian multiple times while he was in a shopping cart. Also did that to Margot, meaning that she hit them with a knife. I'm just trying to watch my words what I say on here. Julian succumbed to his injuries while Margot survived. Ellis was arrested minutes after the incident and charged with 10 counts, including aggravated murder. She was initially held on a $1 million bond, which was later increased to $5 million.
But that's premeditated, in my opinion.
I would think so.
oh, heck yeah.
I mean, you
It
didn't.
sounds like she went there, she bought the knives, and then had decided she's going to do something with those things, right?
Yeah, she went and stole them from that thrift store with the intent of what she was going to do.
Exactly.
Maybe maybe she didn't sit down and just plan the whole thing out like a lot of people do, but she planned to go to the
Do something
thrift store and steal them with the
and do
intent
something
to
with it. Yeah.
to do harm to a person with them. So I don't know why it's not first degree.
You know,
I don't either.
I'm gonna be really surprised if she is found competent. I'm thinking that this woman is suffering from something serious, and maybe
Why? Because
not
somebody
only.
wouldn't do that without something being wrong with them?
That's just what I'm thinking is that she's gonna have some kind of diagnosis.
Or that's what she's going for. I think is an insanity plea. It does say here though that Ellis's arraignment hearing took place on June the 10th, which would have been today. was marked by her refusal to acknowledge the judge or answer questions about the incident. The hearing was eventually adjourned, and Ellis was brought back to court later that day and pled not guilty to all charges. The prosecution has announced its intention to seek the death penalty in the case.
How could she plead not guilty? If it wasn't not guilty by reason of insanity, just not guilty?
Yeah, just not guilty to all charges.
Does she not know she's on video?
Apparently not.
She don't care. Just look at the smirk on her face. Premeditated can be minutes or seconds before because you had time to stop your plan.
That's
Premeditation can be in the blink of an eye.
Why did they not get her on first degree then? I don't know. But they are going after the death penalty. So that's a good thing.
This is why my eyes are always like, when even anywhere I go, I am always like so observant. I'm looking at everything around me constantly.
Oh, yes. Head's always on a swivel.
Because of things like this, yeah.
I told my daughter that because she'll go to Walmart by herself when she gets off work. I'm like, I have her on Life 360, so I know exactly where she's at all times.
I know where you are, girl.
Yeah, it's just the point of you go there by yourself. Sometimes it's late in the afternoon when there's a lot of people there. You need to always be aware of your surroundings at all times.
Absolutely.
The last couple of parades that I've been to, I couldn't even enjoy myself at the parade because I was so busy looking to see if
I don't do large crowds because of the shit that I have heard that happens in large crowds, that you can get hit with a knife and not even know who did it.
Yep.
Right.
And
I don't
so
like large crowds.
Yeah, either. I don't do large crowds.
That's why I'll run you over.
A lot of times with a knife, you don't even feel it.
Exactly. Until it's too late. Yeah. Okay, so it does say here for the investigation. So the investigation into the incident is ongoing, with police seeking to determine a motive for the attack. Authorities have stated that they are exploring the possibility of mental illness, but have not yet found any concrete evidence to support this theory. So maybe they have had her evaluated before she went to court today, being that she was arrested June the 3rd. She goes to court today for her arraignment.
Could you read that again? I missed it. It cut out.
Okay, the investigation into the incident is ongoing, with police seeking to determine a motive for the attack. Authorities have stated that they are exploring the possibility of mental illness, but have not yet found any concrete evidence to support this theory.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they're checking like mental hospitals and stuff to see if maybe she walked out of one.
Well, with it being that this happened on June the 3rd and she just went to court today for an arraignment, I wonder if they've had her evaluated between.
Yeah, they've had time
between those 2 dates.
Yeah, that's a good possibility they did.
And then that way they can go ahead, if she's been evaluated by a professional who says there's nothing mentally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Then they can bring that out if she was to try to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. I don't know. That is.
I just know that
people
do, like, we've had a couple incidents around here, people that I know over the last 20 years that were on medication, like for depression or bipolar or something, abruptly stopped their medication. And then, like, the one guy, he poo-pooed multiple of our officers.
It's not a good thing to stop your medication like that all of a sudden.
And so that's why that's why I was saying I just wonder if this lady maybe I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But it's just so strange that she would just do something like that just out of
Just
the
out of
blue.
the blue, to a 3-year-old little boy.
Yeah.
I mean, who was doing nothing but sitting in the shopping cart in a grocery store with his mom.
Those poor
And
parents.
it sounds like she went after him.
Yeah, that it was more after, like, he was her target and the mom got hurt because she was trying to defend her baby.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah, it really is.
You got a mama here that's trying to protect her baby, and then you got somebody like Jen Soto who didn't. And look what Madeline had to go through.
And I bet
It's
Jillian's
just,
mom is suffering so much guilt, because she couldn't protect him better. But that's a big woman and that's a big knife.
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Jeez.
Yeah. That is just, oh my God, that poor baby. 3 years old.
I think if I was that mother, I'd find a reason to get myself arrested to get in the jail near her.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't need a reason.
I think I would pull a Hobbit move. Instead of scaling up the wall, I'd be scaling down the wall.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
That is just, I just don't understand people. And don't get me wrong, I know mental illness is a real thing,
Yes,
but that you cannot do something like this to a child or to anybody for that matter, and then use your mental illness as an excuse.
no,
You
because
can't.
at the time, you knew exactly what you were doing.
Exactly. You knew that you were fixing to steal that from that store. You went over there and you sought out this little boy.
Yeah, because you actually were walking and you
Saw him and turned
seen
around
him.
and
You turned
followed
around.
him out. It was like she was walking around the store looking for him, and when she found him, she turned around and followed him out of the store. It's
Yeah,
you
it's on
can't
video.
use. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and Tonka, I agree. There is no excuse whatsoever for what she did to that little boy.
Mm-mm. No, because even if she does have, like, say, schizophrenia or something, I just, like, you're responsible, for taking your medications. And if you choose to stop them, then I think you should be held responsible for your actions. Even, like,
Yeah.
if that's the case, that she is diagnosed with something already.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm sorry. I get it.
It's
Yes, mental illness. It's a thing, and there's a lot of people in the world that have it. But you know what you're doing at that time.
yeah.
I mean, she went and bought those knives. I'm
Well, she
sorry, but it
well she
sounds
went
to me like she had a plan.
she went and stole them.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, stole them
stole
from
the knives.
she stole them and then went to the store was right down from the grocery store.
So she had a plan, in my opinion,
Yeah, for sure.
mental illness or not.
I
No,
just
it's
can't help but wonder if maybe she's a schizophrenic and had voices
I'll be
trying
right back.
to kill her.
okay.
The baby's crying.
Okay.
Get that baby.
I don't know.
That
It,
sounded like a boo boo cry, like a I fell or I'm
Yep,
hurt.
it did.
Yep.
I just I don't understand people and
I
then
don't.
get up there, and what's gonna make it worse on her is that video that I just showed y'all where
Hmm.
she's smiling at the camera. It
Yeah.
shows no
Exactly.
remorse. No remorse whatsoever for what she done.
But will the jury see that? Probably not.
If the prosecution has their way, yeah, they'll get to see it.
I would show it.
I for sure would. If I was the prosecution, I'd be like, there is no remorse for what this woman did, and here's the proof.
Yeah.
You're literally smiling at the camera while you're in court for your arraignment.
Actually flirting. She is actually flirting with the camera.
Oh, girl, if she had them fake eyelashes, they would have been waving the dust in the air the way she was batting them eyes. Oh, it just makes me sick. People like that. Oh, okay.
And some people want to be famous or infamous just because they want to be famous or infamous,
Yeah,
they can't be famous, they'll be infamous.
There are sick individuals in this world who will go do something like that woman did just to get her name out there.
Mm-hmm.
All over the internet and all that.
Scarlett, you just ruined my whole night with that case. That's bad. That's really, really, really bad. That one.
Yeah. Well, I had seen it earlier, but I didn't think about it until Tonka had asked if I had saw it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere. So, and you said it just happened June 3rd.
Yeah, June 3rd. But I seen it on Twitter when I was scrolling through today. Somebody had posted the two videos, one of her in the store and then the one of her at court today.
You know what? I need to go on Twitter and I need to go follow everybody that you follow because you find all the stuff on Twitter.
Hey, Kelly.
Twitter is where it's at. That's where a lot of stuff, like I can find something about a case on there and then I just go to Google to verify it.
I think I'm following the wrong people because I never see anything.
But you gotta
go to her.
If
I'm people that she's following, and you'll be able to see it.
In my hair.
If I'm awake 12 hours a day, 11 hours and 45 minutes of that time, I'm probably on Twitter. That's how much I stay on there. Just scrolling, reading shit, reading other people's comments. People were all over GNC today on Twitter. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the ex-FBI agent, for putting out misinformation. I was all up in the comments reading them.
Oh, that woman.
Yeah, she put out that Riley Strain's autopsy had been released.
I saw that.
And it hasn't
wasn't.
Yet. Yeah.
Okay, but by the way, a cockroach almost killed me just now, just so you guys know. It dropped from the porch and went right in my hair. But I'm okay. But yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hold the laughing.
You guys are lucky I muted. But okay, so it hasn't been released, but according to Nick Ferris, because he did a news thing on it, and Court TV, they're saying the same things, that they have spoken with the medical examiner and that is the results, and that it's going to be released to the public in a matter of days.
All right, real quick, let me grab this. Kelly P, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. She says, awesome channel and chat. Actually, it has been a year. Oh, Kelly.
Yeah, that's like, what, 2 months? What?
Yeah, but no, she's been in here, though. She was a member before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's a newbie. We don't even know who that person is. Didn't she come in under a different name one time?
Yes.
Yeah,
and I almost blocked her.
That was funny.
Okay, so on the Riley Strain case, and I'm not going to say the man's name, but y'all will know who I'm talking about. This private investigator who is claiming that he has been retained by Riley Strain's parents, that he has spoken directly to the medical examiner's office, and that they have not released the autopsy report or the toxicology report. And then whenever GNC got on Twitter today and had posted about the autopsy report being released, he threw a fit basically on Twitter. And yet whenever Court TV came out with their thing today, which I did not watch, so I don't know exactly what was said, he actually got on Twitter and asked, did anybody have Court TV's phone number or email address or a way to get in contact with them, and even tag Court TV saying that they were putting out this information.
Oh, I can give him Vinnie Politan's cell phone number.
I think someone did tag, was another creator, and they said that they had the contact information, but they wanted to make sure that it was okay first before they gave it out.
Yeah.
And then if it was okay, that he would pass it on to the private investigator.
Well, Nick Perez did. He
I
did
saw that.
a news thing too on it, and he said the same thing, that he talked to the medical examiner, and that the toxicology report it is done, but it hasn't been released, and the autopsy report hasn't been released. But he said it will be in a matter of days. But
well,
I can see where Jennifer.
She was putting out that it had been.
Yeah, she was definitely wrong, but she gets
Yeah.
a lot of things wrong.
Oh yeah. Constantly. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I was sending something to Key Scarlet. Yeah, he everybody was like throwing a fit over it though. And somebody even was like, well, okay, well then, how did he die? And she said, dry drowning exacerbated by being drunk is what she put on there, that how he died. Key Scarlet, I just sent it to you. So,
I don't see how she would know that, because even Nick Barris said that the only information they were given was the toxicology results.
See, I've seen multiple places. It even popped up on my news break on my phone today, like this morning, that the toxicology report had been released, and that there was no drugs found in his system, and there was no trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I've seen multiple places, but she didn't say the toxicology had been released. She said the autopsy had been released.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She needs to go retract it and make a statement that, she put out.
She won't though.
Well, she's gonna, people who keep doing that, they'll just lose all credibility. So it'll just be a matter of time.
She has, I think, with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Did you see? Okay, the little 2-year-old that's missing right now, the one that they think is in Mexico with the biological father.
Yeah, Seraya.
Seraya. The biological mother went on Nancy Grace, and Nancy Grace was asking her why she was having the meetup to exchange a child at the police department. And the mother was trying to give her reasons, but without going into specific details.
Right.
And Nancy Grace got so aggressive and jumped this lady ASS. And I thought, wow, like, right, this woman is missing her child. I was, and I love Nancy Grace. I was so surprised that she went at her like that.
I didn't watch it. I had read something where some people were reacting to it once again on Twitter, but they said that the bio mom, is her name Samara? I believe it's her name.
I can't remember.
They said that she should have told Nancy Grace to shove her attitude up her ass.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Yeah.
The way that Nancy Grace was talking to her. Now, like I said, I haven't watched it, but that is what some people had said, that the way she talked to the bio mom was completely wrong. Because honestly, a lot of people, when they do custody exchanges like that, they do it at a police station, especially if it is court ordered to do it like that, or if there has been bad situations that's happened where there's not, that it happens at a house and not out in the public. And maybe that's what the mom asked for, because she feels more comfortable with it happening at a police station or in a public place. No, I don't think that's even a big deal.
But she wasn't being specific enough for Nancy's liking, and
But it's not the public's.
man, that really, I
It's
love,
not their business, though. That's the
yeah,
thing.
and I love Nancy, and that just really like gave
I
me a
like her too to a point, but some things she can let.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you barely. I do like, yes, I do like Nancy, but there are some times that she can be a little bit too aggressive.
maybe she's bipolar.
And
I don't know.
no, she's only human. She can't be right 100% of the time.
Okay, wait, Lady V, I can't hear you again. It's like you're cutting in and out.
Okay, I gotta figure out something.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't even get to watch it. Didn't even know that the interview was even going to happen until after.
It'll piss you off because I'm sure, you know, this biological mom is thinking, you know, wow, I've been invited to come on Nancy Grace. I'm really going to get the chance to put my missing daughter's, you know, name and face out there. And then
Right.
she goes up and gets treated like that. And I mean, I was humiliated for her.
Yeah, that is. I'm gonna bring Soraya's picture up, y'all. This is like the cutest little girl ever.
She really is.
She is just adorable.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just. I don't know. I think the mom is the victim in this, and I think that, and obviously the 2-year-old little girl is.
Mhm.
And then I think it was completely planned out on the bio dad and the girlfriend's part.
Mhm.
You know, I think I'm still on the fence about whether his parents knew what was really going to go on, or if they really thought that he was going to go to Montana. But the letter that they brought back to the bio mom on the 3rd, when she was supposed to pick her up, was very weird in some of the
Well,
stuff that was said in it.
it was concerning to me that they were already introducing an injury. I mean,
Yeah.
even though they said just a sprained ankle, but they were already like introducing an injury into the situation, and I thought, oh Lord.
Okay, well, if they know about a sprained ankle, okay, then that means he would have had cell service in order to let them know about that.
Yep.
Then why couldn't he call the mom and be like, hey, look, I took her out of state. I took her on a camping fishing trip. There's an injury involved, or there's a weather issue, like they put in that letter. You know, as soon as we can get out of here, I will be back with her.
Hmm.
And, you know, I will be in touch with you. But that hasn't happened. And now police think that they fled to Mexico.
And his sister, so
Oh,
the dad who kidnapped this little girl, his
mm-hmm.
sister has been in the Facebook group
Oh, yeah,
just
I've read some of the stuff she said.
bashing the biological mom.
Yeah, she said that the little girl has came to her house from the bio mom, and once the sister says all this, but has provided no proof that I have seen.
Hmm.
That the little girl came from the mom's house, and she was dirty. She smelled like dog urine. She smelled like weed. She had dirty fingernails. She was allowed around the bio mom's brother, who is a known pedo. Well, if you knew all this, why the fuck didn't you call the police? You can't just get up here now that your brother has taken this little girl and nobody knows where she's at, and try to defend him and his adult girlfriend with all these accusations against the bio mom. Why didn't you go to court and say, hey, she's allowing her child to be around her brother who is like this?
Hmm.
Where's the court paperwork saying that this is what happened?
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you. It's not cutting in and out, but you're really low.
I'm watching this other water bug crawl across the porch, watching to see what it's gonna do.
Or you need a floss water.
I don't understand why they're like all over the porch. Like my neighbors are gonna think we're nasty folk over here.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh, you sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh, good.
Sounds like she's underwater.
I heard, oh, great. I don't know. That little girl, though, she's got to have her medicine.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I read. She's on.
what is it that she has? Nancy Ray said it, but I'd never heard it before. Sepsiosis or something like that.
Yeah, something about it. She doesn't have her medication. She can go septic, and I don't know the actual name for it, but it can be life threatening. And Talca, yeah, the bio dad is from the Moscow, Idaho area, and he was actually seen in Moscow buying camping gear and a Montana map. And I still don't know if that's where the whole Montana camping fishing trip thing came from. Hey Joanne, how are you? Or if he actually told his parents that he was taking the baby to Montana for a camping fishing trip,
I
and
think
they
his
just believed
parents.
him.
I think his parents are in on it, and they have money, and they have connections in Mexico and the Philippines. I think they're in on it.
Possibility. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he's got family, or at least contacts over in the Philippines that would be willing to help him.
I just can't understand why his fiance, 21 years old,
Oh,
what was that?
that was Lady B.
Oh,
I think she's
I'm
fixing her.
muted.
Okay. Joanne, thank you so much for that super sticker. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
yeah, this
Uh,
21-year-old fiance, she just graduated from WSU. Her
mhm.
parents were taking her on a 3-week vacation to celebrate graduating.
To Italy.
Yeah, and why would she? I mean, and they said that she had like a 4.0. Like, why would she give up all that to take off with this skinny little boyfriend?
How old is he?
He's 23, and she's only 21.
Yeah, he must be doing something right.
I don't know. It said in the in some of the articles that I read that whenever she was seen on camera leaving out of the airport, that she wasn't with anybody. She wasn't being forced or lured out of the airport, but she had like this distressed look on her face. Like,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure she knew what was going to go down, especially leaving her cell phone. I mean, that's a dead giveaway. Nobody leaves their cell phone, not even to go to the restroom. And
Nope.
she asked her parents, "Could y'all watch my stuff while I run to the restroom?" And she left her bag and her cell phone. She knew what was going to go on, and she was probably had her anxiety level was probably through the roof, and that's the reason why she had the look on her face
Hmm.
because of what was going on.
And left the phone so she can't be tracked.
Tracked.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
mm,
Okay. And here,
risking my whole life for.
oh
Mm-mm.
hell no, not for no man. After I just went through all the years of high school and middle school, and then I went through college. Oh no. Mm-mm. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but you can go on your own mission because I ain't doing it.
Uh-huh.
Hold on just a second, y'all.
Betty Joe, you made my mind go in the gutter, and it's all your fault.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's 23. She's 21. Who in there? I don't know.
What am
I
I going to do with
go
you?
by
I
man.
can't get through a live with you without my mind going straight to the gutter.
I,
It's
I wouldn't.
okay.
I wouldn't let a man control me like that. So
Okay, I'm
he
back.
must be doing something right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you good now.
Okay.
Okay, here is the letter that Aaron, the bio dad, his parents wrote, and
I can't.
apparently they wrote this. They gave it to the police, a copy, and a copy to the bio mom. Uh, and at the top it says Samara's copy, and it says Aaron went on a fishing camping trip with friends in Montana. He and Seraya were expected back on Sunday afternoon. As of Monday early evening, they were not back. The police in Montana have been notified, as well as Moscow and Pullman. They may be delayed due to the weather, equipment supply issue, or someone sprained an ankle, etc.
Someone sprained an ankle. Get what?
It's just like they specifically put that in there for a reason.
And
What the hell does a sprained ankle have to do with a child missing?
Can you read that again for me, please? The sprained ankle part.
Okay, so it says they may be delayed due to weather, equipment, supply issues, or someone sprained an ankle, etc.
Or someone sprained it. That's
Doesn't
weird.
make sense.
Yeah, it makes.
I think it was on Nancy Grace.
Who wrote that? Who
Uh,
wrote that?
the bio dad's parents.
Oh,
Okay, but did he write it and tell them to rewrite it? Or they just wrote it themselves?
I guess they just wrote it themselves.
Yeah, something.
that's weird.
But I think it was Nancy Grace, I want to say, where they said that part where it says the police in Montana have been notified that was a lie. That was not true.
It probably was a lie.
Okay, we lost Lady V.
Just like the police in Moscow and Pullman probably was a lie too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do know that they were supposed to, or where their drop-off pickup place for Seraya was at the Pullman Police Department.
Okay, so they might have been notified.
So that's where, from what I have read, that's where he picked her up from on May the 29th, was
Right.
at the Pullman Police Department. And then on June the 3rd, he was supposed to drop her off there with the mom at the Pullman Police Department.
And he never did.
And he never showed up. So instead of him showing up, his parents showed up with this letter. And now, why write the letter? Why not just tell her? Unless there's a language barrier, maybe there. But then again, they can write in English, so
Right, exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm wondering if he told them to write that, told his parents to write it and give it to her.
Possibility.
Like they showing proof that this is what he said, but it's not showing proof that's what he said.
No,
it's just they wrote it.
I think it was all part of a plan.
And they could have been, I mean, because it's his sister, the dad's sister, like Avery said, is getting all up in these Facebook groups and posting all this bad stuff about the bio mom, but has not, from what I have seen, and Avery, if you've seen proof that she's posted, let me know, but she has not posted any proof to back up her accusations against the bio mother.
Yeah, none at all. And in fact, when they went to court, they got 50-50 custody. So it's called 5522. So she gets, what is the little girl's name again?
Seraya.
So she gets Seraya 5 days. He gets Seraya 5 days. She gets Seraya 2 days. He gets her 2 days, and then back to 5. So if those allegations against the biological mother were true, I don't think she would have joint custody like that.
Well, why get on there and say that Aaron and Nadia, which is the 21-year-old girlfriend, had stated to Aaron's sister that the little girl is living in a bad environment. Why not go to the courts? So that's what makes you think that the sister knows more than what she's telling people, and she's only making it one-sided. She's literally defending Aaron and Nadia and bashing the bio mom. And then you have the parents writing this letter trying to make up excuses of why he hasn't made it back in time. They probably, that whole family probably knew what was going on. And then you've got Nadia's parents over here who was fixing to take her to Italy. They have no idea what the hell is going on with her. You know, they report her missing because she doesn't come back from a restroom at the airport. They're worried to death over her. And if she's okay and safe. I think it was all planned out. Maybe his family and Nadia to do this.
A good possibility.
There's no pending custody paperwork filed. There's no pending hearings. Nothing. Like the bio dad hadn't filed anything in the court. You know,
Well, if they both got like 50-50 custody, there wouldn't be.
It would just be a court order of what their custody deal would be,
Right.
but I
and now
mean,
there is a warrant for his arrest for custodial interference.
but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, you would think that if he had problems with, you know, the mom having this joint custody, you would think that he would have filed something with the court
Yeah,
seeking full custody.
yeah,
But he
Yeah.
didn't even
he
do
did.
that. He just
No,
took off.
yeah, because it says what it has on what I've seen in all the articles. That the warrant is for first degree custodial interference as he allegedly violated a court ordered parenting plan. So, like you said, why not just go to the courts and say, hey, my daughter is living in a bad situation. This is
Yep.
what she smells like and what she looks like when she comes from her mother's house. Provide pictures and proof, or just take the little girl to the court or to the police station whenever you get her and she looks like that.
Yep.
And let them document it and go for full custody.
So they're not going
Well,
to.
you know, they're going to get him because both the Philippines and Mexico have extradition treaties signed with
Yes,
the U.S. So
right. They do.
they're going to send him back.
Well, I mean, just like the four little kids from the state of Washington that the dad took them, and they found them down in Mexico, and
Yep. Yeah.
they went down there and got him and brought him back, brought him and the kids back, and gave the four babies back to their mom.
Yeah.
So
They don't research very good on where to go to not get extradited back.
and I'm just wondering though, I wish they would, that law enforcement, which I know that the reason why they're not is because if they put, you know, they're putting out that they believe that they fled to Mexico, but they're not putting out how they know that to give away their information.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if the whole Mexico thing is actually true.
Well, I had read somewhere that their vehicle and the plates were captured on camera crossing into the crossing over the border,
Okay.
But
and
were
see,
they?
and they could see inside of the vehicle him, her, and the child.
And the baby. Okay.
Mhm.
All
Okay.
right. Because
That's what I
just
read.
like the Montana trip, allegedly, I think that was just a distraction to get the police to go that way or get people looking that way when they're actually going the opposite direction. So I was wondering maybe the police is going to be like, okay, we're going to play their game and we're going to say we believe that they went to Mexico and let them think that that's where we're looking at when we actually know that they went north of Canada. Right. You see what I'm saying? And they would never think, okay, they think we're in Mexico, so that's where they're going to go look. They're not going to come to Canada and look for us.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But they did get a few days head start.
I mean, they had a 5-day head start because nobody knew that him and the little girl was even missing, and the fact that Nadia was with her parents in Seattle at the airport. It made it two different incidences, but they're also two incidences that are connected, and so you know people probably didn't put two and two together until it came out that the little girl and the dad was missing when they didn't show up on June the 3rd. So
And
they
do
basically 5 days start.
Do you think a 23-year-old and a 21-year-old could plan something out that extensively, tricking authorities and tricking everybody?
Bonnie and Clyde did.
Yeah, I think they could.
You do? I swear the parents are involved.
Because let me tell you something, girl. When I was 16, 17 years old, I could come up with some shit that my parents couldn't even figure out.
Absolutely.
So
Not
yeah,
me.
I mean,
Probably
you got
I think they could.
You got Bonnie and Clyde, okay?
That's true.
Absolutely.
I think they for sure could have.
There's been thrill people that have planned things out and everything that were young. Yeah, absolutely. You've got two little girls that unalive this one little girl because they wanted to go see Slender Man.
I
True.
remember
I mean,
that.
we're talking about 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a point.
I mean, apparently Nadia and her mom had been planning this trip to Italy for a year. So how long was Nadia and Aaron planning this trip?
Exactly.
See, I
I don't.
think that
I don't think it was just a spur of the moment type thing that hey, we're going to do this, this, and this. It was all planned out in
Yeah,
a
I
matter
don't
of a couple
either.
of hours.
Yeah.
I think they planned it for months.
Yeah.
when I was that age, well, like younger, I always got caught at everything. But I think even at that age, I was still pretty naive and just, kind of stupid because I didn't really learn to like plan and plot shit until I was married, like
Shit,
well into
I
a
was
good
plotting
marriage.
shit when I was like 8, 9 years old. I was plotting shit. So
Yeah. My sister and my cousin, I'll never forget. They tried to sneak out, and I said, "That's okay, because I'll rat you out." And they said, "No, you won't." And I told my dad, I said, "You'll find them at our cousin's house. So go ahead
Oh,
and get them."
but see, I was an only child, so I always had to fend for myself and learn to do shit on my own. You
Betty
know,
Joe.
I
Don't you
didn't.
know snitches get stitches?
Yeah, well, I didn't get no stitches because they ain't big enough to beat me. So no, it was just one thing. My sister made me mad, so I said, "You know what? I'll rat your ass out, you little bitch."
Teach you to make me mad again.
Yep.
So look, I
That's
snuck
too
out when
funny.
I was 14 and I had a bay window in my room, so it was perfect. I could sit in my bay window and look out, for my ride, and I'd have my pajamas like over my clothes, and I snuck out, and then when I came back, my window was like screwed shut. And so I was like, oh, like, oh shit, I couldn't get back in, right? So I had to go to the front door. And so my mom tells me through the
Did
door, she
you ring
tells me,
the doorbell?
well, yeah, yeah. And
Uh-huh.
so my mom opens the door, super, super sweet, and tells me to hold on just 1 second, that she's got to go grab something. I don't know what it was. Super sweet. Next thing I know, here comes a cop car pulling up, lights on and everything. Mom comes outside, walks me down to the cop car, lets them put handcuffs on me, put me in the back of the cop car. We go
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the police station, get out of the cop car, and there's my mom standing there. And
See,
she says, "Did you learn your lesson?" She talked to the police ahead of time and coordinated my false arrest,
I
which
did
I
the same thing. I did the
should
same
have
thing with my
stupid.
boys.
oh my
I
god, y'all didn't have a backup way to get in the house.
No.
Always
I
got to
did the
have that
same thing with
backup plan.
my boys.
You
I
always
I
have a
had
backup, and you
Yep.
never go out your backup way back in.
Nope.
Avery, me and you could have been friends when we were kids.
You always go out the way you planned, and then you have the backup to come back into the house.
exactly.
Yeah, if your first way out ends up being locked, you always come in the backup way.
Exactly.
Same.
We used to sneak out and come back in through the basement. We'd have to leave the basement door unlocked.
Oh.
That is like sneak out 101.
I'm telling you guys, I was dumb. I got caught at everything.
Sarah.
Everything.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
But nowadays, kids sneak out of the damn house and disappear.
I would beat my child. I'm
Like
telling y'all.
when I stole a pack of Soliditos from Circle K when I was 7 years old. My dumb butt goes in the house eating my little Soliditos right in front of my mom, and she's like, "Where'd you get those from?" And I'm like, So what does she do? She takes me down to Circle K, makes me go in, and tell the lady that I stole them, and made me take out the trash, clean the bathroom, and work for the lady for stealing.
Never, you were not supposed to do that until your mama went to bed, which I don't condone stealing, but
I never stole again.
in
Uh,
order to not get caught, you do it when mom goes to bed.
we
I know,
went
but I
to
really wanted those Soliditos with my lemon.
we
You
went to the
just don't
grocery
have a
store the other
devious
day,
mind.
She
and this
don't.
this little boy about Aubrey's age walks out with M&Ms, and his grandpa made him go back in, and he took him back in and made him give them back.
But I mean, that's the right
Good
thing
for
to do,
him.
though.
It
So
Yeah,
is, yeah.
he's only
Well,
4 years old. He didn't.
yeah.
They don't know.
we had our boys had gotten in trouble one time because they were running around with the wrong kid, which was nipped in the bud. But um, long story short, we told the parents we would pay for any damages.
Mhm.
And when the cops came, I
Damn,
told that
damages.
cop to go scare the absolute shit out of my children so they would never do anything like that again. And he did. So
Well,
your mama and I would have got along just fine.
Yeah, you would have.
see, I
That's
was always fortunate enough
legal.
though that my kids never got in trouble.
It's the
But
only time mine did.
if mine would have, I wouldn't have needed the cops to scare them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't need that. I just couldn't do it at the time because their birthday party was getting ready to start. So I had a house full of people.
I wouldn't have cared.
No, I said
I
we got to
I
go
would have.
upstairs for a minute. I'll be back.
I
They might
didn't
not be
care.
back, but I'll be back.
Yeah,
And that's
They go
the
I
worst.
didn't
to a
care.
room.
Getting in trouble in front of your friends is the worst.
The whole family.
I wouldn't have cared about family, but
Oh,
friends,
it was the whole family and their friends.
oh, I'd have died.
But I'm one of those when it's over as well.
And
So
Yeah.
it's
you
over.
don't keep
You've
going
been
about it.
punished. No, it's over.
Yeah.
You've been punished. Let's go have your party now.
Mm-mm-mm.
I
Thank
remember the
God.
one time when I skipped school in 8th grade. It was the sun was shining when we did it, and then all of a sudden, here comes a thunderstorm.
Oh
Ooh.
Lord.
I was praying my mom and dad found us.
I never got caught at doing a lot of stuff that I did whenever I was younger.
Well,
I
the
didn't
only way we
either.
got caught was when we got home. Is the school called the house saying we weren't in school?
Oh, my husband, he would like ditch school and him and his friend would like go like an hour and a half away, 2 hours away. He skipped school one time to go see this girl that he met somewhere. Uh, he had just turned 16. Took his car and went an hour and a half away from Wichita. And his mom did find out. And you didn't want to piss his mom off.
Shut the light out.
So
I want to sleep.
Michelle says she used to sneak out, but that's all she's gonna say about that.
I did my share. But
I,
I was driving, so
what
I
happened?
always had, but I lived in a little town too, so you had to be really careful. I outran the cops one night in an MGB. I was very, very thankful for that.
My
You were a
mom,
little wild child, Lady D.
I was.
my
Outrunning
I
the
mom,
really
police
was.
and all that.
she would embarrass the heck out of me. We had this pool hall, and there was older guys and stuff that went there. And I think I was like 15 or 16, and mom suspected that I was smoking, and she
Smoking what?
cigarettes,
Oh.
and she brought herself into that pool hall multiple times, and in front of everybody, she would take my fingers and sniff them and smell my breath.
Was she a smoker?
I don't think she was smoking at that time.
Because usually
My mom couldn't have because she smoked.
But
when
can
you're
you imagine, like, I'm like 15 and I'm trying to, like, be cool around these 18, 19-year-old guys, and here comes my mom in there sniffing my fingers in front of everybody and sniffing my upper lip and my breath.
I'd have said,
I just quit going to the pool hall.
Oh, oh my God.
Well, that's the reason
Your
why.
mom and my mama sound a lot alike.
That's the reason why your mom did it, though, to get you to stop going.
Well, it worked.
Mine
Wow.
is usually the green stuff.
Oh, she would have made me smoke the entire pack. Yikes.
Oh, my
Mom,
mom's,
my mom
my
would have
hu-
did the same thing.
my husband's mom did that.
That'll make you sick
Yeah,
too.
don't
Yeah.
ask me how I know, but
And he was chewing
Yeah.
one time, and she did the same thing. She made him
ooh,
eat the whole
Oh.
thing.
My mom
He
made me
was
do
very
it,
sick.
Mm.
but it didn't stop me from smoking. So
Yeah, me neither.
okay. Let me go through my notes on Soraya real quick. I need to get into the Facebook groups on this case tomorrow. I didn't have time to do it today.
On which one?
on the 2-year-old on Soraya.
yeah, the baby done made me tired.
Just want to make sure that I went through all of it that I had wrote down.
You have to do anything tomorrow?
Nope, I don't have to do anything as of right now. I don't have anywhere to go this week.
Good
Must
for
be
you.
nice.
So unless I absolutely have to walk out of the house and get into the truck and physically go somewhere, I am staying home all week.
I have all kinds of places that I gotta be. I
I
don't want
got
to go anywhere.
out.
I'm staying at the house as much as possible. Okay. Oh, the 8-month-old. Hold on. Where's the little? I wish they had another picture of her, like an updated picture of her, instead of this picture. But this is the only one that I've seen of her.
Probably because it's the only picture they took of her.
Probably, which is sad because in a situation like this, the public has nothing to go off of at 8 months old of what she would look like. Okay,
I just
so
wonder where that baby is.
well, originally it was they said that the mom, the dad. Oh, I hear an echo.
Echo.
So the mom and the dad and another man had been arrested at the hotel whenever the law enforcement went in and did the welfare check for the baby. We'll come to find out the guy that got arrested with the mom and the dad is actually the stepdad of the dad. So basically the baby's grandfather or step grandfather. Uh, Later on, police go to do a welfare check at the grandmother's house, which is the mom, the dad, bio dad's real mom. They go to do a welfare check at her house, and of course, the baby is not there. But the grandmother had an active warrant out of another county for second-degree assault and DV
Whoa.
from October 2023. So she got arrested for that active warrant, and she is being held on a $25,000 bond, cash bond, right now. Well,
Wow.
there's been
Information.
right. Well, there's been 5 people total arrested in this. The 5th person got arrested because whenever the police were going to the grandmother's house and they were pulling up in her driveway, there is a guy by the name of Timothy Roach. He's 37 years old. He was in her driveway going to his car. As the police are pulling into her driveway, they see him throw something underneath his car. Well, whenever they get out to check to see what it was a some Suboxone that he didn't have a prescription for.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
so they arrested him also. Kind of sounds like that he might have bought it from the grandmother or got it from the grandmother. So they ended up charging him with second-degree possession of a controlled substance and first-degree prescription controlled substance not in proper container. But they haven't came out and said exactly what this Timothy Roach guy, what his connection is to the other four. If he's a family member, if he's just a family friend, if he's just a buyer, a supplier, whatever he is. They haven't come out and said that. Or if he even has anything to do with the disappearance of baby Miya. But Tesla Tucker, which is the mom, Cage Rudd, which is the dad, and Ricky Smith, which is the dad's stepdad, all got arrested, and they were charged with first-degree child abuse, abandonment of a minor, engaging in organized crimes, and then numerous drug-related charges, because they did find M and F in the hotel room that they were in. Yeah, this baby didn't have a chance.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Not at all. She was born in, and I've got pictures of the parents here. Let me grab it real quick. The parents were addicts. It wouldn't surprise me if it came out that she had something in her system when she was born. The grandmother had these DV charges on her from October 2023.
They look like real winners.
Yeah. The dad is so high in that damn picture he can't even look how he looks.
Can't even hold his head straight.
No. The grandfather has drug charges, organized crime, or engaging in organized crime. Like, all three of them got the same charges: child abuse, child abandonment, all of that. Him and the two parents. There's no telling where this baby is. They could have sold her for drugs. They could have trafficked her.
That's what I'm worried about. Those two right there.
Or something happened to her. I mean, she's 8 months old. She could have got something in her mouth that they left laying around because they're irresponsible and had this shit around a baby. And something could have happened to her and she passed away and they did away with the remains. Yeah. They're not telling where she's at. I mean, they know where she's at. They're just not telling if she's with somebody or something happened to her. But this is the baby's picture. This is all that we have to go off of for this 8-month-old little girl. So I'm hoping eventually they can find a picture of her, whether it's on a cell phone or whatever, that they can put out to the public.
Like, the family doesn't have any pictures either?
I apparently not. I mean, it was said that okay, so she was last seen early May of 2024. The baby was. But it also said that her family hasn't seen her since April. So I'm guessing the mom's family hasn't seen her since April. I don't know where they're coming up with this early May 2024, if that was the last time the parents seen her.
But
or what.
still, I mean, who doesn't take pictures of babies? You would think somebody would have a more updated photo.
I got over 2,000 pictures of this baby.
I believe it.
That's a normal thing to take pictures.
Yep.
Of your child. Sarah, I think what you saw under her nose is like a shadow. Hold on, I'll pull it back up.
Under the mom's nose?
Yeah, she was asking if that was it. I'm guessing right there, it looks like a shadow under there.
That or a nose ring.
Something. I don't think it's a sore.
Could be a booger.
Could be.
I have more pictures of my. I mean, it's a normal thing.
Or your phone could be dirty.
You know, of a
I mean, he
picture.
looks so out of it
Oh shit! I'm going the wrong way. Yeah.
and gross. He looks so gross.
And she don't have a care in the world on her face. Like she
Nope.
ain't worried about that baby being missing.
Nope.
She knows where the baby's at.
Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna have a good outcome.
I don't either.
She's got like a look on her, like a look like
Like
She
I
looks
know
like,
something.
yeah, so
She's like, I know something that y'all want to know, but I ain't telling you.
exactly, yeah,
exactly.
that's it.
That's her look. Like I'm not telling you, and I ain't got to. It's just people like that make me sick. Literally 8 months old.
There's no telling where they left that baby or sold the baby, maybe.
My money's either going to be sold her for drugs, trafficked her, or something happened because they left something out and the baby got it in her mouth.
That's just a shadow.
Okay, Tonka says she's going to rat out her old man and take a minimum plea deal. Possibility. Because when she gets
I mean,
in
look, but
there with
I
them
don't,
women who
I don't think, I mean, she's gonna turn on him and get but, well, I don't know. I was just trying to think of how that would work because she's a biological mom,
well, so he's the biological dad.
Yeah.
and I would think they would both be. Well,
I mean, if she's going to rat him out, then more than likely she's going to say that he did something to the baby and she was too scared to do anything. It's going to be another Kayla Montgomery.
oh, pull that card.
Yeah. I'm going to pull
yeah,
the Kayla card because Kayla got away with it. I was scared of him and he did something to the baby and I couldn't make him stop. And I couldn't say anything because I'm scared of him.
He looks so
It,
drugged up that like you could just flick him like a fly and he'd just fall over. He doesn't look scary. Not to me, anyhow. Adam Montgomery looks scary.
that man, please.
He ain't scary either.
Hell no. Kayla's just a pansy ass. He'd have
yep.
been hitting on that little girl. I'd have. He wouldn't have had no hands, no eyes,
Oh, yeah.
no nothing when I got done with him.
I wonder, since Kayla's out, I wonder if people like in her community are giving her a hard time.
I hope to hell they are.
I hope her life is miserable. Honestly, she sit
Hmm.
there and let that man do that to that little girl and did not stop him. She let that little girl sit in urine and feces and wasn't woman enough to get the little girl up and take her and clean her up.
Hmm. And I think she knows where her remains are.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
she for sure does. You can't make me think that she don't. Tonka, I am too. I was talking about that case earlier about the cockroach getting. They're going for the DP on him. I'm waiting on Jen Soto to have charges. Let's see. The only thing I'm looking on Maya's bio mom's thing now. The only thing that I see that she has on here of the baby is the picture that I just had pulled up
You're looking on her Facebook?
on her Facebook. Yeah. And somebody even said the only picture you have of your baby, I hope she is found safe.
Wow.
And she's got pictures of other kids on here. But
Wonder if she has other kids.
yeah, she's got. There's another little girl that looks to be from August 2023, kindergarten age. Hey Willie, how are you? Kindergarten age. She's got her little backpack and all that on.
Hey,
Uh,
Willie.
And then there is a profile picture that was done August of 2023 of a little girl that looks to be about right at a year old.
Wow. She should be neutered or spayed.
She should be both.
Yes.
Yep.
Him too.
Yep. And not have no anesthesia when she gets hers done too.
I wonder why they can't force that upon people who are convicted of like child abuse and things like that. Why can't
Because it's too inhumane to make them feel pain.
you get put under anesthesia when you get fixed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my tubes cut and tied after I had my daughter.
But I don't think they should, if they're going to do people like that's been convicted of something like this, they should have no anesthesia. They should feel it every single bit of it.
Yeah.
And
I
whenever
agree
they
with
start,
that.
and when they start to pass out because it hurts so bad, slap the shit out of them and wake them up.
Wake him up. And I think it should be a hysterectomy, not tubes.
But my thing is, okay,
Damn.
they wanna stop people from getting abortions, but yet you have people that kill their kids, and you don't want to. You just want to have them sit in prison. No,
Make them get rid of
like
all their reproductive organs. Yeah.
like the Bible says, an eye for an eye.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently she had a baby because she has a picture of a newborn January the 18th of 2020.
Mm.
So it looks like she's got
They have more kids?
three kids, I'm guessing.
Oh my God. So
No.
Well, I
where are
wonder
the
who,
other three?
Now all
yeah.
three kids are being foster care.
Okay, and in September of 2021, she has a picture of a newborn and a little girl. So maybe the little girl was the newborn. Okay, here's a picture August 2022 of a newborn. How many kids she's got?
Can you? Never mind.
Yeah, I don't want to show the kids. That's
No.
why I haven't pulled
Yeah,
them up.
once I started to say it, that's why I stopped. I was like, yep, I know why.
Okay, so it looks like she has an older little girl, and then maybe this looks like a little boy. So she at least 3 or 4 kids. She's
She
got.
probably claimed postpartum depression.
Please.
Well,
No.
that's a lot of kids to have in a short
Oh,
amount of time.
Whatever happened to that lady who unalived her children and then jumped out of the window?
I
She
think.
lived.
Yeah.
Lindsay something. Did
She lived.
Yeah,
did,
she's.
yeah, but did she ever get charged or go to trial or?
I don't think she's went to trial yet.
Yeah,
No, but she's been charged, I believe.
I believe she's in a mental institution right
Yeah.
now, waiting.
Okay, so let's see. She would have had a baby in 2017. So that would have been the little girl. So I would say she's got 4 kids. Counting the one that's missing would be 4.
Google it. Type her name in and ask how many kids she has.
Let's see. You know, maybe that's the little girl too. It just looks like a little boy. I don't know. She's got so many pictures of like newborns on here.
I don't know. If she does have that many kids and her family's the same as they are, the poor babies are going to be in foster care.
Yeah, Tonka. So when the dad picked the little girl up on May the 29th, The little girl wasn't supposed to be given back to the mom until June the 3rd. So whenever she was supposed to pick her up on June the 3rd, that's when she found out that they were missing. So they basically had a 5-day head start. And then the girlfriend went missing out of Seattle from the airport when she was about to leave with her parents to go to Italy. So it made it two different incidences, but people probably didn't put it together. She's missing from over here. The dad and the daughter is missing from over here until after they figured out that the dad and the daughter were missing 5 days later.
I'm gonna hop down and be in chat until you're done because I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably just going to get out of here in just a few minutes anyway.
What were you guys talking about, like saying that there was something being released tonight? Whether Avery was going to be awake or not?
Being released. Oh, no, I was just asking if she was going to be awake tonight to come to the live because she said the
Oh.
other night she slept through the live.
Oh,
So yeah, that's all I was doing. I was just asking her if she was if her phone was charged because a lot of times she'll come up here and her phone ain't even charged.
Mhm.
I don't know that poor the Miya, the 8-month-old. She just around everybody, literally parents, grandparents, and some other random dude, all arrested within just a few days' time, and this baby's nowhere to be found.
there needs to be way harsher punishments.
Yeah, it really does. Because that's why people do shit like this because they know that there's nothing that's going to happen to them.
Yep.
And Tonka, she said that they could have jumped on the ferry using fake IDs. I mean, they probably would have had enough time to get fake IDs or got the
Well,
baby a passport.
that's what I was saying the other night. I bet you they ended up getting some sort of fake ID.
It's a possibility. And that's a scary thought because they can be anywhere. He's got connections in the Philippines. And we already know that Nadia had a passport because she was about to board a plane to go to Italy. So we know she has an updated passport. I'm pretty sure he does too if he has family in the Philippines and that's where his parents are from. All they would have had to have done is got the baby one. Which, if they started planning this out months ago, they would have had time to get her one.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope she's found and she's safe and nothing bad has happened to her. More than likely, when he picked her up, the mom probably sent her medicine with him. You know, for her to take while she's with him, not knowing that he was just going to take off with her. I just hope that when she runs out of that medicine, that he does what he needs to do to get it wherever he's at.
Yeah, that he's smart enough to at least
To
save
do
her.
that. Yeah, because the other dummy that took his 4 kids out of Washington and went to Mexico with them, that little girl, the youngest one, Hazel, he wasn't giving her heart medicine.
Yeah, I
Nope.
remember that one.
And the cardiologist had to write out a letter and so the mom could give it to the FBI that when she has gone this long without her medication, it has now become a life or death situation for her. You know, and she didn't get it the whole time the dad had them. Talka, the little girl Seraya, I don't know the medical term of what she has, but from what I have read, she can get sepsis, which is, you know, if it's not treated, it can be fatal. So I hope that he's given her medicine, or if he's not, that Nadia steps up and it's like she needs her medicine and gives it to her.
Poor thing.
It's sad. It's sad for this Maya Tucker. You know, you're 8 months old and there's no pictures of you, but one when you're a newborn. What if she's not found for 10 years?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
yeah, the only thing they have to go on there is DNA.
Yeah, because her newborn picture's not gonna. It's not gonna help her, and it's not really helping the public because in 8 months a child can change a lot from a newborn picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So how are we? All we have to go off of literally, and I know that she has brown hair and green eyes.
That age, they can change in a week.
How many kids though that age have brown hair and green eyes?
Yeah.
I mean, you put just that information out, and you get people who will see a baby in a grocery store with their bio mom, and like it could be like that could be baby Maya,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a constant cop calling situation. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know. So anybody, Tonka, I don't know. I don't know if Avery's still in the chat or not. If she heard Avery, did the mom say when she was doing the interview with Nancy Grace what type of medication it was? Joanne, the bio dad is 23 and his girlfriend is 21. Okay, so she didn't. All right. Let's see. There's a section of the border with Canada where there's no enforcement, but it's not so easy to cross into Canada. Okay, so Tonka, what is that coming from like the lower 48 into Canada? Or are you talking about from Canada into Alaska? Because I wonder what state that would be in. What state would that be in, Tonka? Do you know? In the lower 48?
Oh, where they could walk over?
Yeah.
Or where
Walk.
there's no enforcement in any
Yeah.
way?
Walk. Yeah. Walking into Canada. She said that there's one part of it.
I always heard that there were. Aren't there? Oh,
Oh.
Montana.
So from the lower 48, Montana, about 50 miles. And see, that's where he allegedly was supposed to go on this fishing camping trip.
Aren't there areas though that like mountain ranges or anything like that where you could maybe, or forested areas where you could get over easier?
Oh, I have no idea.
Or is it just like a natural border there?
I know it's open, like there's no wall or nothing like that, like it is on the southern border.
Right.
But I'm thinking that they probably have, uh, like they do going into Mexico, border patrol or whatever. But Tonka's saying though that there's about 50 miles where you can just go into it, and it's in Montana, and that's where he's supposed to be going, or allegedly was supposed to go.
Hmm.
Okay, so my in-laws live in Sydney, Montana. Yes, Princess Lena, if you have time, could you ask them and then let me know what they say? That would be interesting to know if, like, where exactly.
I mean, because I've heard that people have crossed over in the woods.
Okay, so Tonka says there are videos available about this section of land. It's reported as the place to commit capital crimes. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was buying the the Montana map in Moscow.
Maybe so.
That's interesting. I'm still wondering though if the whole Mexico thing is legit, or if the police are just saying that to make them think that they think they went that way. I don't know. I hope they found the little girl and they bring her back to her mama.
I
Okay,
do
thank you,
too.
Tonka. It's sad when a parent takes a child like that for any reason at all, but knowing that they have to have medication. And they're so flippin' irresponsible in doing that, knowing that they're going to get in trouble, knowing that they're going to end up getting arrested, being taken away from the child. So taking the child really didn't do any good. It just made everything worse.
Right. For everybody,
Exactly.
including yourself.
Yes,
I
but
think
especially
sometimes
for
they
the
don't
baby.
think these things through.
No, but the one that's going to be hurt the most is the baby, because you take her for this time and she's taken away from her mom and she's not understanding why she can't see her mom, and you've got this girlfriend here who's probably trying to play mama, and then dad gets caught, baby goes back to mom, and you don't see dad again unless he's behind bars. And then when she grows up, she figures out, well, daddy's in jail because he kidnapped me and took me away from mama.
Right.
It just, you take the child, but you in the long run you're not going to get to keep them, because you're going to eventually get caught. It's just a sad situation for the child in the end. All right, I guess I need to get off of here.
Yeah, I'm about to jump down.
So, well, thank you for
Okay.
coming up, Betty Joe, and thank you for getting Bubbles to sing "Happy Birthday" to Sally Mae.
Oh, no problem. She likes doing it.
She's so cute. My God.
She's finally asleep. She was tired. She was out there fussing and carrying on. I want to play. I'm bored, and then sit on the couch and cry.
Aw,
So I knew she
Oh.
was.
poor baby.
Well, she didn't go to bed till 5 o'clock this morning.
Well, night before last, whenever I was live, she was up all night with us.
Yeah. So she's not sleeping very well.
Oh, poor thing.
So I knew she was tired.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she'll sleep good tonight.
Yeah, she's asleep now. So, but yeah, I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up. I hope you have a wonderful night.
No problem. You too.
All right.
Y'all have
Thank you.
a great night and see you on the next one.
Okay.
Good night, Betty
Talk
Joe.
to you
Good
later.
night.
Sarah Beth, have a good night.
So, anyway, I'll go ahead and say my good nights as well so you can get off of here.
Alrighty.
And
Thank you for coming up.
thank you for having me up again. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, for sure. Anytime.
And, oh, I was going to say, doggone it, I was going to say something to you. I forget what it was. Oh, well, if I think of it, I'll send
Just,
you a DM.
yeah, just put it in Discord.
Yeah. All right, everybody, you sleep safe and you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow. Love y'all.
You do the same.
Bye bye. Good night,
Bye.
Scarlett.
Have a good night. All right. Let's see. Joanne, thank you so much for joining us. Tonka, you have a good night. Ugly Chucklin, you have a good night as well. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here as well. I need to go eat. I haven't eaten nothing today. Sweet, my granddaughter. Sweet Melissa, please wish your granddaughter a happy sweet 16 from all of us, please. Tiff, have a good night. All right, well, I am out of here for the night. I love you all. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful night. And I will talk to y'all next time.